Hey, welcome everybody to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. My name is Robin. This is my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. So I just wanted to explain the video a little bit for you guys. This is a compilation video, so each and every sign does have an individual reading, and all you have to do is go expand the description box, find the timestamp next to your zodiac sign and click on it, and it should take you right there. So if you're Aquarius, just look for the time for Aquarius, click on that, and it'll take you right to the video. Same for every other zodiac sign. You guys can watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus all in one easy video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what your zodiac sign is so that I know which one you watched and which one you're talking about. I'm really looking forward to this reading for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Take care. Okay, bye. Hey, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome here. It's Robin, Aries Fire Tarot. I'm doing your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading, and I will be using the Witch's Tarot instead of Starman, okay? Because I'm a big Halloween person. It is October, and I thought it would just be really fun to mix it up. So I found a different spread to do as well, and it's called the Witch's Power. Okay, so this is going to look at just some really cool things. The first card is going to look at your special power, something percolating up in your life. And so it should be a really interesting read. I may or may not use the Angels and Ancestors card deck in your read somewhere. So anyway, guys, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Keep in mind, this is a general tarot card reading for Aquarius in sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I'm definitely looking forward to your comments. So guys, let's just jump right into the reading. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm here to serve you guys. So just keep in mind that I do post the weekly content every Saturday. So if you haven't hit the notification bell yet, this is a good time to do that, okay? So this is going to be a 6-card spread, and I looked this one up because obviously Halloween, and the Witch's Power, it looked like a really fun spread. So the first card is called the Witch's Significator. So this is going to have a look at your special power. You might not even be aware of it, okay? So let's have a card for that. So this is actually really cool here. I pulled the Empress. So seeing this, and your special power is the ability to create your own opportunities, okay? So the Empress is super in touch with the spiritual side of life, of the world. She is the portal between different realms, okay? So she's the portal between Earth and Source. So you guys have this within you. If you guys are thinking that you're having trouble manifesting something, that's a definite mind block for you. So you have to really look at who you are. And as an Aquarius and being an air sign, there should be no mind blocks for you. That could be a collective energy sort of really damaging who you are as a sign. You're very powerful when it comes to your thought processes. But I'm getting the message here from my spirit guides that could actually be the thing that is in the way from communicating to the more, I'm getting the word surreal side of life, you know, where the unexplained happens, where miracles happen, where things manifest out of the blue overnight. So sometimes it's not always the best solution to rationalize things, because some things just, there's no ration to it. Ration? Yeah, rationale? Something like that. So keep that in mind for yourself, Aquarius. You have this ability within you with the Empress card to just pull things out of different realms, okay? To create new opportunities. You shouldn't even have to think about it. You could think about it as having a magic wand and just being able to, okay, I want this to appear here, and pull that in from whatever realm it's currently existing in, okay? So very interesting card to start you guys off with. So the next card is actually called the Cauldron. So this is going to represent something sort of percolating up in your life. If you've ever seen any sort of witch movie or like a witch meme where they're all stirring their cauldron, you know, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, and just really getting the magic working. So there's something happening for you guys. It's bubbling up. You might think of coffee percolating, how it's got to go through the different phases. Like you pour the water in, the water heats up, and then it goes through the coffee grinds, and then you have coffee. Okay. That sounds good right now, actually. So that's where you guys are right now. Everything's kind of going through the filter. I really like that. Okay. So I'm going to pull a card for that. Oh, you've got the Moon card. So this is really interesting, you guys. So I really want you guys, I'm going to take a sip of water. Hold on for a sec. This could be really important for you guys to start taking advantage of the new moon and the full moon energies. Okay. This is also a sign of your rising intuition. And that could be competing with your Aquarius brain, okay? So there's a wildness to you that needs to be set free. Like, it doesn't have to be every day out in public, at your job, in front of your family. This is like who you really are behind closed doors. It could also be something really important for you guys to look for in a partner. Do they have the same sort of tendencies? Like, do they believe in the same magic? Do they believe in manifesting? Because you guys could be a really powerful super couple. But this is all coming up because you do have the Empress as your special power card. So she is saying to let go of your Aquarius intellect, not all the way, just enough so that you can let this other reality creep in, okay? And then really focus your intentions around the new and full moons, because your intuition is able to see and feel and hear things that your brain can't, okay? So this is going to be a really important combination for you guys. I'm kind of really loving your reading right now, but I don't have Aquarius in my chart anywhere. Okay, so the next card is called the Spell Book, and this is going to ask basically what your plan is going forward, okay? So let me just pull another card here from the Witch's Tarot for you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is like to believe in your magic. We pulled the Magician. Everything in your reading right now is saying that you are so much more highly capable of manifesting than you're giving yourself credit for. You could be looking at the plan, which is, okay, writing everything down. But how do you make the words leap off of the page? Like, how do you get them out into the universe? And this is going to be that thing that I was talking about, like maybe behind closed doors. You want to wear something that maybe wouldn't be acceptable if you rolled into work and sat down at your desk with. Like, you know, if you have something very that makes you feel like full of magic, like you're oozing power and the ability to manifest. You know, it's kind of like, you know how celebrities, they have this sort of hall pass to dress however they want to dress because it makes them feel really creative or whatever it is, their vibe that they're going for. There is something for you guys to surround yourself with or dress yourself in that is going to bring out the magician factor in you. So the plan is to basically to connect with the infinite and what is available beyond what you can see and write down and plan out. Okay, so you've got a lot of deep diving to go into. So you've ever thought of getting something that's a little bit magical, like a cloak or something like that, and you think that other people would think it would be ridiculous, stop caring, okay? Because you can do it at home, you know, and just relax, or just really get things that are, you know, a little bit more creative for your background. And it can be in your bedroom, you know, it can be your own private space that you could go sit and meditate in. It changes the vibe, you guys, like you would not believe. Okay, so the next card, I love this one so much. It's called the Black Cat, and it's going to ask, who are the forces here assisting you right now, Aquarius? So let's have a card here. Are you kidding me? Like, this is so amazing, you guys. Okay, so the plan was to release the plan. Okay, so you've got this little symbol of infinity here, and you've got the magician. He's wearing his cloak. He's wearing, I don't know, is that a nightgown? He's standing at his altar. He's just really letting his power free. You know, everything I see around me is a result of my ability to create. And then forces here to assist you. Everybody, you know, infinite wisdom. You have the sign here again of infinity. Okay, so this is also an angel number 8. If you turn them upside down, they're 8s. Really pay attention to, I guess that was sideways, right? So pay attention to when you're seeing number 8s. Either you're seeing the repeating number, or you're seeing them as a triple number, like an 808, which is really, really a good number. Triple eights, anything like that. Pay attention. I just saw number 1001, so that's a really, really good number as well. So the infinite is here to help you. The infinite is supporting you. You just have to basically mind your own business and keep going, which is what the Two of Pentacles is. You just maybe want to tweak your lifestyle a little bit so you can let that magic, that unexplainable, the inexplicable come to the surface. I am going to use actually the angels and ancestors, because the next card, it says, it's called the Skull, and this is a message from your ancestors, and this is who you're supported by here. All your team in spirit, which includes your ancestors that are on the other side of the veil. So let me just give this a quick shuffle and we'll have a card here. This looks like a really magical card here as well. Star ancestors. So this is so fascinating. Okay, so this says right on the card something. Follow the voice. I need to read this. Hold on, I'm going to change the lighting. So this says follow the voice of your soul, okay, which you guys might not be doing right now because you have such a strong brain, Aquarius, like thinking, like everything sharp, wit and intellect. So now's the time to settle back into the rest of everything that you were given, and your ancestors are saying set your soul on fire, set it free. You've got a lot of that happening here. You know, not everything can be part of a plan or written down or considered an achievement. There's more far-reaching ability available for you guys. This is all really interesting here too, if you guys have ever thought about possibly that you're a star seed, because this is your star ancestors. I do quite a bit of starseed material on my other channel, Oracle Rising. I talk about all the different star seeds. You guys could definitely be a star seed but not be aware of it, especially if you guys feel like you're a sore thumb at events, or you just don't feel comfortable, and you could be really taking that as a personal thing. So maybe check out Oracle Rising. It might really help you on your path right now to sort of release what you think that other people expect of you right now. So the last card is the Broom, and what can you take further? You guys, this is just saying, like, be happy where you are right now. With this card here, your star ancestors, like part of being a star seed or a light worker or an empath is really not being able to find your soul tribe or your family here on earth. And I'm not talking about your blood relatives, you know, I'm talking about different things like your starseed family, your soul contract people that they just come in from other realms to assist you. So it's like you really need to seek who you are at a deeper level with this mid-month reading. Find your happiness, find your soul tribe. Again, I'm just going to mention my other channel because so many people come on there and they're saying, I just never felt like I fit in before. So that could be a really good place for you guys to start. So this is a really cool reading. You guys are so much deeper than you understand. You have so much capability to manifest the life that you truly dream of. It's all just a little bit underneath the surface. And just like that coffee pot that we were talking about, it's almost ready. Okay, so very, very cool reading for you guys. So I'm going to wrap it up here for now, and I'll talk to you really soon. Okay, so take care. Bye. How's it going, Pisces? It's Robin here. Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. So I'm going to start shuffling the Witch's Tarot. I'm doing a different kind of spread this month for mid-month. Because it's Halloween coming up. I'm all about Halloween. I love a good costume. So there's a lot going on in October. It really depends on what your belief system is. So I'm not going to get into that. So Pisces, this is going to be for Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I will be using the Witch's Tarot to do this reading. It's a kind of cool spread. It's called the Witch's Power. So it looks at really what is available deeper in within you, if you could stop and take a look at it. So hopefully this reading helps you out. Just keep in mind that it is a general reading. I'm going to keep that card for your first. So anyway, guys, make sure you comment down below if you're a Pisces, just so I know who's watching the video, because this is a compilation with all 12 signs combined. So the first card we're going to look at is the Witch Significator, and it's going to show you guys what your special power is that is available to you now. And what you'll find is that when you go through life, you'll have different levels and different powers available to you, but right now is the perfect time to come into this perfect. Thank you. Okay, so the Manifestation King. Okay, so this is basically where you guys can be. It doesn't matter what your gender is, how you identify. This is the self-made man. Okay, this is your special power. You guys could be becoming aware that I don't need to have a boss. Okay, I can thrive and survive. I can open up my own business, or I can play the stock market. I'm fully 100% capable of making all the money just come into me. I just don't need to punch a time clock anymore or go report to somebody that I don't care for. I don't have to worry about whatever, like social security at retirement age. You know, just being able to take care of everybody in your family above and beyond your current circumstance. So that is your special power. And if you guys have been in some sort of a manifestation funk, this should really clear up for you, because the tarot cards say so. And just in case you guys didn't know, I am a channel, okay? So messages come through my spirit guides and my ancestors. So let's have a look at this second card placement. Is called the Cauldron, which I love. And this is something that is percolating in your life right now. So you can see, you can think of something like kind of bubbling to the surface. Or like right before a pot starts to boil, and you just see those bubbles coming up and you go, oh, it's almost ready. Okay, so this is something that is coming up. It's almost ready for you guys. So let's have a look here. Like the ultimate joy and happiness. Okay, so you guys are so close to this, and it's probably going to come in as a result that I don't need anybody else to do anything for me, because I can do anything that I want to. I can attract the love of my life. I can attract enough money that my future generations are going to be cared for. So this kind of happiness, that 10 of Cups, that sort of over the rainbow, over the moon type of joy is coming in for you guys. And if you guys need a little bit of money to make that happen, it's okay to ask for that. It's like some people feel like money is dirty, or money is the root of all evil, or there's that phrase, money can't buy happiness. I beg to differ. You know, it can sure buy you a better environment. Like, and what if that's the thing that is holding you back, is like where you live, or the job that you have to go to with the jerk boss. Do you know what I mean? So if you had money, you could buy your way out of that situation. Money can't buy you love to a certain extent, but it can buy you happiness, depending on, like, you can't tell a homeless person that money couldn't buy them happiness. You know what I mean? Because it would put food in their belly and a roof over their head. So really, if it takes a little bit of money, just call it in and don't feel bad about it. Okay, so we're gonna look at the next card is called the Spell Book. So something that you should be planning on. Okay, this is so cool, you guys. Okay, so this card is called the Spell Book, and then I pulled the 8 of Pentacles, which is actually somebody sitting in front of a book, and it's kind of a spooky card, you know what I mean? So here's your 8 Pentacles. You're sitting here by candlelight. This is all very creepy and spooky, which is very Halloween. So I love this card placement for you guys. So the plan is to keep on learning and understanding that life is a never-ending journey. Like, when you stop learning, that's when you start stagnating. Okay, so really start to look at transition periods in your life as an opportunity to learn something new. Okay, especially for anybody that is approaching retirement, like, try to think of that in a different way, because it could change the feeling of, you know, decomposing on the couch because you no longer have a job, or transitioning into a new life of freedom. Okay, so, and that should be very comfortable for you guys, because we saw the King of Pentacles. So you guys have love and money and like a never-ending sort of supply of knowledge, and knowledge is wealth, you guys, and knowledge is power. Okay, so I love that card for you guys. You guys are getting a magnificent reading. Your cards are just all like, Pisces, you got the world by the, you know. So let's have a card. That the next one is called the Black Cat, and this is going to represent the forces who are here assisting you. So you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is really interesting in the sense that you could have a very powerful fire sign coming in for you. The Knight of Wands is very action oriented. So if you guys are feeling like, because, you know, Pisces, you guys are a water sign, so you have a little bit more of a smoother flow towards doing things. Like, let me know if you're okay with piping up and asking for things. I have a couple of Pisces friends that are a little bit more reluctant, you know, so I'm not sure if that's a sign specific thing or if it's just a characteristic of those people that I know. But regardless, the forces that are here to help you right now is a fire sign, okay, and somebody that can like sort of blaze a path open for you. I'm an Aries, like I'm not shy at all. Aries are the type of people that will step into places where angels fear to tread. They're very like outgoing and boisterous, and they could really build you up. Okay, so I love this card for you guys. You know, fire and water actually get along very, very well. If you guys are single, a fire sign could be coming in for a romance, which is also really beautiful because you guys are such a complement to each other, as long as you can like have really respectful boundaries. Okay, so the forces here assisting you are actually a very powerful fire sign: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so the next card is the Skull. So I'm going to bring out the Angels and Ancestors card, because this is actually representing a message from your guys' ancestors. Okay, so let's have a card for that. Message from your ancestors, which I love, because if you think about your ancestors, it's every single person in your bloodline, like the origin to now, like, and you can think of how many years that spans and how many people are standing behind you. Like, it's sort of mind-boggling. Just to put it into perspective, like my subscriber count right now is like around, I don't know, 20,400 or something like that. So you think of that as a stadium full of people. So There's actually something called ancestral math. I think you guys should check that out, and how many people are protecting you and loving you and sending you messages. So let me pull a card here. This is called the Mirror Guardian, and take time to reflect. This is really interesting, okay? So I've never heard of the Mirror Guardian. This is really fascinating, but this could be a really empowering exercise for you guys to do, is actually do mirror work, okay? Where you stand in front of the mirror and actually say all the nice things to yourself that you wish that other people would say. Just really support yourself, and it can be very challenging to sit and look yourself right in the eyes. There's also a form of meditation called mirror gazing, so that could be very, very helpful for you guys too. So try mirror work and try mirror gazing. I talk about this stuff on my other channel, Oracle Rising, so you might want to check that out, because mirror gazing is kind of this really mind-blowing sort of meditation technique that could really take you into a completely different realm. Okay, so the last card I'm going to pull for you, Pisces, is called the Broom. And it says, what can take you further? So you can just sort of imagine somebody on their broom riding away. I freaking love Halloween, okay? I can't wait. I'm not waiting. I'm doing it now. Oh man. Oh, are you kidding me? So picture you're reading like it was a cake, and we just pulled the icing card, okay? So you can slap it on as thick as you want to. We've got the 10 of Pentacles here. This is the jackpot card. This money that you're going to receive once you recognize your power with the King of Pentacles, like, people talk about all the time where I just quit my job, you know, I just told my boss he could pound that job where the sun doesn't shine. And then they knew that the universe was going to take care of them. That's the King of Pentacles energy here. Okay. And then we have the 10 of Cups here, which is absolutely this blissful joy. Then what is going to take you further is this like impact of money that is coming in for you once you guys like really stand up and start to take ownership of what is going on around you. 10 of Pentacles, lots of money coming in, you know, buying that slice of heaven, that property, that house, you know, being able to, you know, propose to somebody if you thought that money was holding you back, you know, being generous with your friends and family. Really start to implement different ways of contacting yourself, okay, with this message from your ancestor. Something else that came up in your reading, you have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, you guys. Let me put them together for you, because this is an angel number 1010. All you have to do is put that number into a browser and select whatever message comes to you guys. Okay, so you guys have a really powerful reading here for your mid-month Pisces. So make sure you comment your sign down below, just so I know which video that you watched, you know, Pisces, woo, you know, something. Let me know you guys were here, and I'm just going to send you guys love, light, and many blessings. So take care. Bye. Bye. What's going on, Aries? Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. Robin here, Aries Fire Tarot, all that jazz. So guys, welcome here. I'm going to start shuffling the Witch's Tarot because it is October and I'm the hugest fan of Halloween. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Do you guys have Halloween where you are? I know there's people from all around the world that watch the channel. So let me know. Like, Halloween's a pretty big thing in Canada where I live, and we like to get dressed up and all of that fun stuff. So anyway, guys, welcome here. This is a general reading for Aries in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If your sun sign reading is not resonating, you can just go into the description box and find your moon sign, rising, Venus, whatever it is that you want to watch. And yeah, anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what sign you are, so that when I see the comments, I know which segment that you watched of the video, because I've got all 12 zodiac signs in one easy to watch video. So I'm using this spread called The Witch's Power. And it's actually pretty cool. I've done Aquarius and Pisces already, and they're super fun readings. So I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I hope it resonates. So let me start pulling cards. The first card placement is called the Witch Significator, and this is going to reveal your special power, Aries, that is available to you right now that you might not be aware of. Okay, so let's have a card for that. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. It's like, yes, come to me. It is focusing on what it is that you want in your life right now. And basically, I'll take that, please. Yeah. Can you supersize that for me? I'd like a little bit more of wealth and abundance, whatever abundance looks like to you. Wealth speaks for itself. The Ace of Pentacles is this great big, huge sum of money coming into you. This is a massive blessing coming in from the universe, but you can just pull it in. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely being the center of the universe and bringing in exactly what it is that you want for yourself right in this moment. So if you guys are having a hard time manifesting, you got to remember this power that you have right here, right now. You don't have to wait for anything. So I don't even think I need to say anything else about that card because it speaks for itself. Your special power is bringing it in. It's like, hello, yeah, I'm over here. So that's all you have to do is be aware of that. Like, my special power is being a money magnet. My special power is being a magnetizer of wealth and abundance. However you want to say that for yourself. You could even write that down into your own mantra. This is something that you could say to yourself first thing in the morning when you wake up, and say it 3 times just for the additional magic factor. I am a money magnet, whatever it is that you're trying to bring in. So the second card, it is going to look at something that is percolating in your life, and the card placement is called the Cauldron, which I absolutely love. So anyway, let me just put the Ace of Pentacles over here. I am shuffling the deck, and we're going to pull a card. I'm going to do a deck cut, something percolating in your life right now, Aries. You've got Temperance. So this is actually a good thing, especially for a very fiery Aries, okay? Learning how to sort of moderate your moods and using everything for you instead of against you. Aries people, we're a little bit hot, okay? And sometimes not always in a good way. And I can say that full force because I'm an Aries as well. Like, sometimes the reaction that comes up, or like the predisposed sort of temperament towards something, can be a little bit extra. Okay, so this is the Temperance card, and it's going to guide you how to use your emotions in a good way. And I can give you guys a really specific example. I just need a sip of water first. Hold on for a second. Sorry. Okay, so some of us get really, really anxious or like overly amped up before a situation, or like thinking about something that has to be done, but you can talk to yourself in such a way that is my drive coming up, instead of saying like, oh, I'm getting so anxious about that, or I'm getting so angry about that. You can reframe that so your body is reacting the same way, but your brain is interpreting it differently. So if you have any sort of a fear or anxiety or stress or anger, you can actually channel that energy into your brain in a different way to use it to your advantage. And this ability should be making itself like abundantly apparent for you right now, so that you can channel the reactions of your body. God, I feel like something's crawling on my leg. Hold on. Ew. Anyway, so moving on. All right, so the next card is the Spell Book, which is, it's going to look at the plan, like what you can do going forward, okay? And I love that it's called the Spell Book. I chose this particular reading just because what the card placements were called. So what's the plan going forward, you guys, other than being able to channel your emotions? I just saw angel number 555, and understanding that you guys can basically, like, you have the Midas touch right now. King Midas, if you guys ever read that book or that story, understanding that you guys have the Midas touch, okay? And that all you have to do is channel your energy into a more beneficial way, so that your brain uses it for you instead of against you, okay? So, ooh, the plan, okay? So this is super interesting. Okay, so I've got the Page of Cups here. So the pages always relate to messages regarding the suit, okay? So the Page of Water or the Page of Cups, there's messages coming in from your emotions. And this is particularly related to messages from your inner child. Okay, so you could want to start doing things like inner child meditation, inner child healing, looking at things like comforting your inner child, rescuing your inner child. And the third message that I'm getting here for you guys is moreover listening to what the plans of your inner child were. So I've talked on my other channel, Oracle Rising, about what the inner child is. And this is usually, like, there's a part of us that is always going to remain in the childlike state. And this is around the age of 7 or 8. And it's basically where, you know, children start to lose that innocent sort of, you know, things that, where the magic diminishes in life and they start being exposed to the outer world a little bit more, you know. I'm not going to thump on about that too long, but what did your inner child want you to do with your life? Okay, so this is like, you can just really remove the word inner child and look back at your childhood. Like, what was I thinking of doing as a child? What made me feel the most magical? What was my ultimate goal as a child? So your plan should be to go back and listen more intently to what your childhood self wanted to do, because children have no idea what boundaries are. They have no idea that, you know, the dreams that they have are unattainable. People only learn that from parents, schooling, any other sort of influence. Well, you know, you won't be able to do that. You're not smart enough for that. You're not talented enough for that. You know, why don't you do something that is going to be safe, you know? So all of this stuff being imposed upon the children, it can be really a drawback. So really start listening to your childhood dreams over again. And if you need to do that inner child healing, like really just research it. There's tons of stuff on YouTube that can help you out, meditations and stuff like that. So the next card is called the Black Cat, and it's going to ask, who are the forces around you right now, Aries, that are here to assist you on your path? Okay, so shuffling the Witch's Tarot consistently in the background here. This is really, so you have the 10 of Pentacles. So what I'm really focused on here, I'll show you guys this card. There are 3 generations in this card, okay? So there is somebody probably passed over on the other side of the veil, a really wise ancestor. You could have known them when you were a child. And then you can see this ancestor is holding the baby. Okay, so there's a connection between you and somebody that is either an elder in your family that is still alive right now, or they passed over to the other side of the veil. And this 10 of Pentacles, they can really help you attain forward motion, okay? And many of you could have a companion animal. And, you know, I can't speak enough for how powerful the companionship of an animal is in your life, you know. And you can let me know in the comments if you have a dog or cat or whatever, you know. People have all kinds of companion animals, but the strength and the underlying love You know, they just love you for who you are. They don't care if you've been wearing your pajamas for 3 days in a row. You know, they just love you. They love your heart. They love your soul. So you could have a very powerful companion animal supporting you in ways that maybe it's underappreciated. Okay, so maybe have a look at that. But then there's also this bond from an ancestor. And I'm getting the sense that you either barely knew them or didn't know them at all, but they're constantly watching you. And they are able to push you forward into this sort of jackpot mode of your life with the 10 of Pentacles. So I think that's absolutely fascinating. For me, I thought of my grandfather right away, who I didn't know very well. Okay, so that's perfect timing for this next card, and I'm actually going to use the Angels and Ancestors deck because it's called the Skull, and this is a message from an ancestor. So I'm actually pretty excited about what this card will be for you, Aries. So let's have a look here. And this says, mountains, stand your ground, okay? This is a message from your ancestors. So whatever it is that you tap into with your inner child, with the 6 of Cups, and you're like, I really want to do that. And I do see influences from your past where people like, you can't do that. There's just no way. You know, now this message is coming in from your ancestor that is still 100% connected to you, whether they are living or beyond the veil. And they're saying, this is what you've always dreamed of doing. Don't stop now. Do not back down. It's never too late in your life to go ahead and achieve that dream. So also, this mountain is like really just being a little bit more detached from what is going on, not reacting to it in a hugely emotional way like we're seeing with the Temperance card. Something about mountains, you guys, and you can observe this, is that they stand strong while the storm passes around them, okay? So you guys have such, and I don't think enough people see this in Aries, okay? Depth and strength. And people might, because you're so gregarious, so outgoing, you know, you're the star of the show. So people could really underestimate you, and that is not a bad thing, okay? Let people underestimate you. Let people just be surprised that they never saw you coming, okay? So that's really a beautiful message. Just don't back down. Stand strong. Be ready to wait for storms to subside. Don't let it affect you externally. Wow, I love your reading here, Aries. I hope you do too. So let me know in the comments. I'm going to pull one more card, and this is called the Broom, and what can take you further, okay? So I always think when I'm reading this card, I have that image of, what was that show, Bewitched? Just the emblem that they had in the beginning of the show where she's like riding her little broom. Dun, 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 dun. Or is that I Dream of Jeannie? I don't even know. So anyway, what can take you further with the Broom card? Okay, let's have a card here from the Witch's Tarot for that. You guys have a lot of power in this reading. The Midas touch, that loving ancestor, that call for you to use your energy in a different way to propel you forward, to be strong enough to stand your ground and withstand any storm, understanding that life is ups and downs and it's not always up. So in the down times, you guys have to stand as strong as any mountain that you've ever seen. Has anybody ever seen Mount Rushmore in person? It's amazing. Whoo! The Broom, what can take you further? All this confidence that the seeds that you're planting right now are gonna pay off, okay? You've got the 7 of Pentacles here. So whatever you're doing right now is going to ripple forward into time. So just be really careful with your energy, Aries. Be very careful with your thoughts. Don't let other people tell you what to do or manipulate you. Getting in touch with your inner child and that ancestor. You guys are rising up so powerfully right now, Aries. I was going to hiccup. I really love this reading for you guys. The Seven of Pentacles, just really planning out your future and how abundant that you want it to be. Never backing down, never taking no for an answer. Don't listen to people that have negative things to say about you ever, because they don't know you. They see the external Aries fireball and it scares people, okay? But let them be afraid while you explode forward. Okay, Aries, I'm going to wrap this up and I'll see you guys back here for another reading. Take care. Bye. What's going on, Taurus? Welcome here, Bull Gang. It's Robin. I'm doing your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading, and I will be using the Witch's Tarot to do this reading. I'm a bit of a Halloween buff, so I pulled a tarot card spread from the internet, and it's called The Witch's Power. You guys are always my fourth reading, and the readings have just been pretty amazing using this combination of the spread and the Witch's Tarot. So I hope you guys enjoy. I really want you guys to remember to comment down below what your sign is, because I'm doing this new compilation, with all 12 signs combined into one video. So I need to know what sign you are. So remember to comment your sign and let me know what you think of the reading. Anyway, this is for Taurus in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this one is not resonating, all you have to do is go look in the description box and you can watch your moon sign. It might be the one you need to watch this month. Venus or Rising, it's all right there. You click on it on the timestamp and it'll take you right to that part of the video. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Whoops. Oh boy. Okay, so here we go. The first card we're going to look at, it's called the Witch Significator. So this is your special power that is available to you. So I'm really brutally shuffling. Something that happens in life is that you develop into places where different things are available to you. Just as you're developing your spiritual side and new guides become available to you, new powers become available to you as you evolve through your life, and you're ready for them and you can handle them. Okay, so let's pull a card for this. So I've got the Moon card here. So there's this real, what I'm getting, okay, I'm just going to blurt out the words that I'm getting from my spirit guides. There's an underestimation of what you might consider to be the dark side of yourself. Okay, so you see here in the Moon card, and she's off in the woods and she's doing, people used to have to hide what it is that they believed in and how they worked their magic, and what do you believe in? Are you a spellcaster? Are you praying? Do you have an altar? What do you do for yourself to conjure things up? Okay, so I think a lot of people are a little bit afraid of witches because of how they practice their, you want to call it a religion. Okay, so spell casting is so similar to prayer. So you guys should not have to hide this about yourself. You know what I mean? So there is a deeper intuition. There could even be people in your family that practice things just a little bit differently than everybody else. And maybe they were hugely successful. Okay, because there's this speaking and recitation of words. So you guys could be getting called to do something that might feel a little bit uncomfortable for you. You could be called to start speaking out your affirmations that could feel really weird. Why do I have to speak them out loud when I can just recite them to myself? But there are different ways of invoking your power right now, and they could be coming up to you, but you could be sort of that doesn't really fit me, but try it for a week. Okay, so your special power is something that you guys are not embracing fully enough. And this is going to be tailoring the way that you want to pray or worship or proclaim your success, regardless of what anybody else thinks about you or what you're doing. Okay, so that could be very powerful for you guys. The next card is called the Cauldron, and this is basically something that is currently percolating in your life. something that is just about ready to come to the surface, you know. And it could be really tied to this moon card that we pulled here. So let me pull the card. Something percolating in your life. Okay, this is so super cool, you guys. We've got the 5 of Wands. All right. So I've talked about, and I've done magical dragons oracle card readings on this channel. I talk a little bit more in depth about the power of dragons on my other channel, Dragon Ascension Guides, the Dragon Ascension Collective. My other channel is called Oracle Rising. Okay, so you've got the 5 of Wands here. This is something that is percolating in your life, but we have all these dragons coming in. So this could be something that you believe in, that if you sat down at a family dinner and you talked about it, they're going to be like, oh, you crazy. You know, so it might not be something that you want to talk about to other people. I have my dragon representative over here to the left. It's actually, anyway, I won't talk about myself here, but you guys could be connecting with guides that are going to bring you into a really powerful place in your life, and they're coming up and they're coming into you, but this sort of worry about being judged by other people could be blocking them coming in for you. So really look for the perfect timing to do stuff like this for yourself. Okay, you might want to do dragon meditations and stuff like that. Steve Nobel, I'm pretty sure that he does a meditation for dragons and dragon guides. Okay, so dragons came from somewhere. There's always truth in folklore and fairy tales. So dragons came from somewhere, and they usually reside in the dimensions, I want to say 6th, 7th, and 11th dimensions, and they want to come into the 3rd dimension here to help you guys move a little bit higher on your path. Okay, so the next card is called the Spell Book. And this is going to be the plan, okay? So what can you guys do to move your life forward a little bit? You've got the Emperor card here. So there's this Emperor energy. The plan is like really connecting to people that have experience in doing whatever it is that you want to do with your life. If somebody steps forward and they say, hey, I really think that I can help you with your business plan, or if you want to move, or they just have experience in whatever it is that you're looking at right now, you could be welcoming in a new guide, and it could make you feel very uncomfortable. So I like to connect with people in different platforms. You know, there's groups for people where you're like, well, I really want to believe in this, but it makes me feel weird. It makes me feel awkward. My family doesn't understand me. Okay, but this is your life, and this is not a dress rehearsal. So if you guys want to go ahead and believe in whatever, you know, however you want to practice your religion or your faith or whatever belief that you have, just go ahead and do it. If you want to bring in fairy guides or dragon guides or unicorn guides, then do it, okay? Because this is going to help you connect with the right people to help you with the rest of your life. And the guides can change your life because they see what's going on from a different aspect. You guys are getting a really sort of magical reading here. Let me know if you guys have any, if you already currently have a dragon guide. I called mine in. They're always around you. Okay, they might just zip off into other dimensions every now and again, but they always come back. Okay, so the next card we're going to look at is the Black Cat, and forces that you have here assisting you right now in this moment. So I absolutely love this card placement. Okay, so we do have the 9 of Cups. So this is also very fascinating too. It's like you guys have this vast array with the 9 of Cups of guides helping you, but they're kind of on the outside. You can see how the table is set, but there's nobody sitting at it. Okay, so you guys have a little bit more work to do when it comes to honoring your ancestors or honoring the guides that come in, regardless of their shape or form. You know, we're humans on this planet, but what about when your soul goes to other dimensions, we don't look the same anymore. So that could be what's scaring you too, especially if you're doing any sort of meditation and you see a guide and it's like, wow, you're not what I expected you to look like. Okay, so there are certain cultures that they celebrate their guides, they celebrate their ancestors by doing different sort of rituals. So you guys could really be tapping into doing rituals right now, and that's totally okay. Whatever it looks like to you, as long as it's not harming anybody or anything else, you should absolutely go for it, okay? So the next card is going to look at, it's called the Skull, and this is messages from your ancestors. So I do have this deck called Angels and Ancestors, and I'm going to pull a card here from that deck for you guys to see what's going on. Hold on, I just need a sip of water, but I'll show you guys the card. One sec. So I think it's pretty cool that I pulled this card. It's called Animal Guardians, okay? So what I was seeing throughout the theme of your reading was you could have that unicorn guide, you could have that dragon guide, the fairy guide. Guides come in all in shapes and forms. You could be seeing animals in groups of 2, 3s, 4s. You know, you could be seeing ravens. You could see a creature that is not natural to the habitat that you live in, the environment that you live in. Anything that pops out to you, you know, if you see like a great white owl, or if you see anything, you can see all the different guides that are available in here. Trust your instincts. You must understand that what feels right for you is right for you, even if it breaks from a family tradition. Okay, so really interesting card here for you guys. Could really be time for you to explore those other options to who you allow to come in and help you on your path. And you guys might really be interested in Steve Nobel, because he does that type of meditation. He does a magical unicorn meditation that was really, really powerful. So just be really open to different guides at this point in your life. You can still keep whatever faith you follow, but add this, you know, faith doesn't look like one thing. You know, your spiritual beliefs can be a mishmash of all different types of things. It's okay to believe in like aliens and star family and dragons and have your God, and it's all one thing. You know, you can just mix it in together in the cauldron of your life to produce whatever makes you feel good, okay? And sometimes you cannot talk about it with other people because, again, they're going to think, okay? So let's have a Broom card, and this is what can take you further in your life, okay? So we do have the Four of Swords here. So this is a really, really beautiful card. It's saying, just don't fight the flow of other people. If other people don't agree with what you're doing, they just don't need to know about it, you know? So just relax into whatever it is that is comfortable for you, that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel fulfilled. This is following your animal guides, your animal instincts, just rolling with whatever guides present themselves to you right now. Because, man, if you do any sort of research on the dragons, okay, and the unicorns, this could be resonating with you very, very hugely right now. Then do a little bit more research on them, because you're seeing this stuff for a reason. This card came to you for a reason. This deep intuition, and you can see there's the wolf pack there. So and animal guardians, you guys, this is really coming up for you guys right now. So they could take you to places that you never expected. And imagine if you could see your life from other dimensions and you could send your dragon guide out there. What would it look like if I made this decision? So just relax into wherever your spiritual journey is taking you right now, and do so with comfort and ease, knowing that you do not have to discuss it with anybody but yourself or other like-minded people that you might possibly meet here with the Emperor. So amazing. Okay, let me know if you loved your reading, you guys. Definitely remember to say you're a Taurus in the comments, and I'll see you guys back here for another great reading next weekend. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Gemini? It's Robin here. Welcome to Aries Fire Tarot, guys. I'm doing your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. So I'm mixing it up. I'm using the Witch's Tarot and this spread called the Witch's Power for your mid-month. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Do just keep in mind this is a general reading for your sign in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you guys are not connecting with this reading right away, maybe check out your moon sign. All you have to do is go find it in the description box, and then you just click on the timestamp and you'll zip right over there. Okay, so anyway, guys, since this is a compilation video, let me know what your sign is down below in the comments so I know which reading you watched. And yeah, let's just jump right into your reading. Like I said before, this is going to be a general reading, but I do hope you have fun and find something really interesting here. So the spread is called the Witch's Power. In the first card that we're going to pull using the Witch's Tarot, it is called the Witch Significator. Okay, so, and it's going to indicate what your special power at this time is. Like in your life, your powers are always changing. I think I have a big long hair hanging out here. So anyway, just the same way that your life changes, your powers change. So let me just do a deck cut here for you guys. I actually love this. We have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, it really talks about receiving messages from the universe on what action to take next. So this is actually something that a lot of people just don't have the benefit of having, like maybe being lost and thinking, oh, I just don't know what to do next. But here you are, Gemini, with this Page of Wands. It's like, hey, all I have to do is wait for the universe and then I'm gone. Like whatever it is that my next step or my next task looks like, whatever the universe decides to bring to me, I'm there. Yeah, bring it on. So, I mean, I think this is a really powerful card of just being able to be open and receptive in a way that I haven't seen in any other sign that I've read here. So pretty fascinating card. And if you guys have that ability, actually, I'm thinking of a friend of mine right now that is like that. And I'm going to ask him if he's a Gemini after the reading, because he's just like so open to signs. Oh, okay, I need to move to this state. Okay, I'm there. I'm going to start this job. Just really like wide open to whatever the journey of life is. Yeah, I think I'm going to write that down. Hold on for a sec. Okay, so that's an incredibly cool power to have, is just knowing when to move on and be ready to roll, like no matter what happens, like basically at the drop of a hat. Yeah, woo, let's bring it on. So let's see the Cauldron card, which is something percolating in your life right now. So when you think about the law of attraction and source, there's always things like around you that are just about to manifest into your life. So that's what this card is talking about. There's something unseen, but it's just about to seep into your life. Okay, so the end of a very, very long journey coming in for you guys. You might not see the end, but it's here. You've got the 10 of Wands, and you can see that there's quite a big burden on the character here, but there's the I don't want to say the final resting place because that sounds a little bit morbid, but it's like there is somewhere for you to lay your head down, and the stress and worry of this incredibly long journey, okay, it is just, you're going to be able to drop this big, fat, heavy load that is on your shoulders, okay? So I am seeing where some of you could be facing things like an illness or chronic pain, or struggling with like something going on in your life with having a very difficult to raise child because of whatever issue. Like there's so many things that could happen. You know, they could be ill, they could have a behavior issue. I'm seeing that some of you could even, and this is going to be very specific probably to one or two of you, like a runaway child. I see them coming back into your life. Okay, so there is closure coming in for you. So it could feel like you've just been on this journey for a long, long time. So when you look at the sort of the juxtaposition of these two cards, to be able to stay open and fresh and ready while you're under this like continuous, it's like there's a string running through your body that is pulled tight. You guys are really strong right now, what I'm seeing here. Like being able to keep it together under the circumstances of the 10 of Wands. But man, you guys deserve that, you know, when you get in the house and maybe you've got all these groceries and it feels like the bags are cutting into your hands. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. You're just weighed down like a pack mule and you're able to drop everything as soon as you walk in the door. That's what I'm talking about. That is what is percolating in your life. Whatever that big load is on your shoulders, it's about to come off and you'll be able to stand up even straighter. And like, I don't even know how you guys have made it through some of these journeys that I'm seeing in here with the 10 of Wands, but like you guys really, you've got some gut power, that's for sure. So the next card we're going to look at is called the Spell Book, and this is going to show you the plan, like things that you can do next, okay? And I do have Miss Lacey directly over here to my right, so she says hello. Lacey is my dog, okay? Does anybody else have a dog? Let me know in the comments. So this is interesting. The plan. Okay, so there's stuff that you guys need to cut out of your life. You can see this with the 7 of Swords. When it comes to, and I think this is what is going to happen to you guys here. With the 10 of Wands, you might realize just how much you've been carrying and it's not all yours. You know, you could be carrying the strain and stress of other people, whether it is an opinion or actually, you know, specifically for those of you with you're caring for other people or you're worried about other people. Okay, so the plan is to hopefully never get yourself back in that situation, at least not to the extent, because it looks like you have picked up for other people along the way. Okay, so and it could have also interfered with this really like the chronic pain or the illness that I was seeing here. I'm seeing actually quite vividly that one of you has gout. So you could let me know in the comments if that is you. Okay, so I do see where you've been taking on way too much under the circumstances and beyond what the capacity of your body, either like on a health level or your strength level, or maybe it's too much for you emotionally or even intellectually. You know, some people start to crumble. So you could put a really good plan in place on how to help people help themselves with the 7 of Swords so that you don't have to go through this phase again. I mean, you guys are basically at a heroic level for carrying what you carried, but once it all drops, you're going to see how much of a toll it was taking on you. So you could probably turn into a little bit more of a mentor for other people instead of taking on all this massive trauma and worry and stress for other people. You could really turn that around so that you can, you know, live life a little bit easier for yourself. So the next card is, it's called the Black Cat, and it looks at the forces here assisting you right now. Okay, so let me pull a card here for that. And we do have the big cat here for you. So you could have a really powerful friend that is a Leo, but this is the Strength card. Okay, so you do have the strength of angels around you is what the message is that I'm getting. You know, you just, for some reason, and it could be some sense of obligation or guilt, taking on way more than I think almost any other person could handle. Okay, and so you're very blessed here to have the Strength card, and I really am getting a really strong, I got a few archangel names here. I got Metatron, I got Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and then I'm seeing Raguel in there. I'm seeing, hold on, and Sandalphon. Okay, so I'm seeing 5 archangels really surrounding you with strength right now, and their strength is super quiet. And you can see the symbol of infinity in the background. So, and angels, they are limitless, and so are you. So, but that's another conversation. So you do have this strength card here, and it is a quiet support. Something that you guys need to know is that you have to ask angels to come in and help you. So they are around you. You could ask them for a little bit more help, okay? So, and this is going to be really important for you guys. So next time that somebody in your family or a friend or somebody that you're very close to, where you feel like you need to leap to their defense or, you know, really take on their burden, you can try sending angels over to them instead. So you can sort of keep your strength. I'm not saying don't help people, but there's something here with this 10 of Wands that was absolutely massive, okay? And again, I'm not talking about people that are in life-threatening situations or a runaway or something like that. There's just something really stressful that you took on for somebody. So you can send your angels over. If somebody calls me or texts me and they say that they are having an issue in their family, I ask Archangel Michael to go and be present with them, okay, and provide them strength, because it can be very, it can really chip away at who you are. Angel number 1122. And then I provide my strength any way that I can, but like the angels, you know, they're angels. Okay, so send them instead and do what you can. Okay, so the next card we're going to pull is called the Skull. And this is going to be a message from your ancestors. So I am using the angels and ancestors. I love this. Okay, so this card says the Seer. Beyond the current, I think it says spectrum. I'm going to pause and just look at this card because the font is so small. Hold on. Okay, so this says see beyond the current situation. So this is really important when you guys are on this journey where you feel like there's just no end in sight. I actually, just quickly, I have my wallpaper on my phone that says see beyond your current situation to where you want to be. So you do have a very powerful ancestor coming in. They could have had the second sight. They could have been a channel, a seer. They could have been a tarot card reader like me. There's somebody very powerful in your ancestry somewhere that is encouraging you to look beyond now, especially if you're under a ton of stress here with the 10 of Wands, okay? And just keep on moving towards it, which you're already doing, but you're carrying too much of a load from what I can see here, Gemini. And what can take you further? The next card placement is called the Broom, which I think is hysterical. So let me just pull a card for the Broom placement, okay? Hold on for a second. So we have the Temperance, okay? So this is really important for you, Geminis, to remain balanced, remain strong. This is what is going to take you further. And you can also see that Temperance is an angel. So giving away a lot of your stress to the angels, if you want to call it your God, whatever it is that you believe in. This is why people of spirituality, they're a little bit more uplifted, is because they understand that you know, the universe and God and angels can take a lot more than we can as humans. So just remember that. You can give away your worries and things are going to be okay. So you do have the Temperance card. So just remember that, you guys. You don't have to take every single thing onto your own shoulders, no matter how strong you really are, okay? So I'm going to wrap this up for you, Gemini, and we'll see you back here next Saturday for another reading. So take care. Okay, bye. Hey, how's it going, Cancer? It's Robin here. Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. So for those of you that are returning back here, I usually use the Starman tarot card deck, and I usually use the spread that came in the, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm going to do a mid-month reading for you using the Witch's Tarot and this spread called the Witch's Power, because it is October and we do Halloween pretty big here where I live in Canada. So I hope you guys really enjoy this reading. It is going to be for Cancer in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you guys are not connecting with your sun sign reading, although your readings have been just stunning lately, that's okay. If you're not connecting with it, you can just check out your moon sign and navigate there by going into the description box. All you have to do is click on the timestamp and you should zoom right to the reading. So anyway, Cancer in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I really hope you guys enjoy this. This is a really fun reading, okay? The first card we're going to look at is called the Witch's Significator. So this is going to have a look at your special power. And you guys have been really rising up. Like when I see you guys as your sign, I see you as that phoenix, that rising phoenix, okay? And I just wanted to add here really quickly, you guys, that sometimes I do stutter. Sometimes I do lisp. I had a really, really, really bad stutter when I was a kid. So I'm not apologizing for it. I just want, like, anybody that has any sort of anything that they're self-conscious of, it's okay to have that thing and still keep on going. Like, I could edit that out, but I'm just not going to, because I never know when it's going to happen. Okay, so anyway, we're going to look at your special power here. Sorry. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Swords. So this is like, how can you think of overthinking as a special power? Okay, so this is a really difficult and challenging card. But I guess a silver lining to thinking things basically to death. You can see here with the Nine of Swords, it's like, it's too much, you know. It could save you from rushing in too quickly. There are other zodiac signs. I'm an Aries, so we're one of them. Move too fast. So this actually really sums up your sign, because actually crabs can move pretty quickly, but they're notorious for being slow movers, okay? The Cancer, the crab. So I find this a really interesting juxtaposition where you guys could really feel like you want to charge forward, but you're like, I have not thought about this enough, okay? So I mean, for some people where you watch them and they're so impulsive and they're out of their chair and they're out the door and they're like doing stuff and it's really rash, and then they have this sense of regret. You guys are putting a lot of thought into it, and this could come from how seasoned you are at this point in your life. Like, just like, you've really learned a lot of lessons recently, and you don't want to go down that road again. You don't want to go down that path. So I see this Nine of Swords energy where you're sort of overthinking things, and maybe that'll dissipate, like where you just learn how to bring it into balance. Maybe have a checklist. What's good about this? What's bad about that? Like a pro and con list. So you don't have to have any sleepless nights about what's coming in. So a very strange superpower indeed, but you know, really considering the pros and cons about something is not a bad thing. So we're going to pull a card here for something percolating in your life, which means it's almost ready to come up for you guys. That was too many cards to keep. And this card placement is called the Cauldron. I think this is such a fun reading. So something percolating in your life. Okay, so just one second. Let's have a card for that. Oh, I love this so much. Okay. I love this so much. Okay, so there's, let me just keep saying that over and over again. Sorry. We've got this Six of Cups. So you could have somebody coming back in for you. Wow, I'm just getting an impression of somebody that you never thought you would see again. Could be reappearing back into your life. And I see you guys, like I'm getting a really strong visual, like around 4 or 5 years old. Okay, particularly I'm getting one scenario that I'm seeing where if there's somebody watching where you were separated from a sibling for whatever reason, it could have been like a foster situation, something like that. You could have been separated from a sibling at a very young age. Has anybody seen that movie Sophie's Choice? You know, like that kind of like aching, ripping out your heart. Okay. man. And they're coming back in. Wow. Like, I feel like I want to cry because this is like something that is just going to floor you. Okay. And this could be why in so many of your readings you've been seeing people that need help, and you have been exponentially providing help and assistance, like to a degree that I haven't seen any other sign doing at all, you know? So this could be a really big healing moment for you. Whether or not it was like Sophie's Choice, you know, which was a horrendous movie. Good movie, but you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments if you've seen it. But that reunion is going to, it's basically going to sew your heart back up. I'm going to write that down. Okay, hold on. So that's going to be something. That's going to be, wow. Okay, so let's see, the next card is called the Spell Book, and it's going to look at like what you should plan to do next. Okay, so just let me shuffle the Witch's Tarot here really quickly, and I'll do a deck cut and pull you guys a card. So here's the plan. The Queen of Pentacles is the plan. This is a good plan. She's very, very strong. Okay, she's very, very focused. She is really concerned about her own goals. Like, don't get me wrong, she's a very like Earth Mother type of person, so she will still take care of other people. You can see she's got her little doggo there. She's very comfortable, but the plan is to really focus on your own goals, because they have been sort of broken into shards by your it's funny, I got the words like what you consider to be your debt to society, okay? Which is very, I got the word odd, but you guys have the like really, really deep heart, okay? And you have been working overtime to help other people. So it's time to really get back on your path and assess what it is that you want for yourself financially, romantically, like where you want to live. So all of these things. And the Queen of Pentacles, this energy is available to you so that you can look at your goals and just keep on moving forward. This would be really, really powerful. You guys are coming into this era where you're so unstoppable. Like, you went through such an ordeal, and for many of you it could have lasted years and years and years, and overcompensating and giving so much of yourself away to other people. So the universe is noticing that. They're actually creating the scenario of divine and perfect timing for somebody that you lost very early in your life, that you were separated from, that you thought you'd never see again. They're bringing that back. And this is going to do something that is so holistic for you on an energetic level that you're going to laser focus on what it is that you want with the Queen of Pentacles. So we're going to pull a card called the Black Cat, and this is going to look at forces here. Okay, I mean, this card says it all. Forces here to assist you right now. I pulled the High Priest. So the High Priest is the Hierophant in some decks, and this is just the spiritual connection. Okay, so you are very widely supported by your spirit guides. They're always around you, okay? They're always around you. Angels are walking with us. Your ancestors are walking with you. So just never forget, like, even in your times of loneliness and stress with this Nine of Swords energy, they're there. You can talk to them. You can have conversations with them. It's fine. Don't feel like you're a crazy person. I do it all the time. All the time, okay? So remember this, they're always around you. You need to bump some idea off of somebody. Well, what do you think of me doing this? You'll get some sort of a sign. You'll feel like an answer in your head, like an unspoken word, but it'll make sense to you. You know, give me a sign, flicker the lights, be prepared for responses, you guys. They're very strongly around you right now because they want you to focus on your own life, okay? So the next card is going to look at a message from your ancestors. And I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors deck to actually pull this, and I have a very hard time reading the font on this card. So this is the same card that we pulled for Aries, actually. You guys, I'm an Aries sun and a Cancer moon. So this card is like, and look at the as above, so below. So you guys have spent a lot of time of like building this really, really strong and firm sort of foundation. Okay, so the mountain is stand your ground, and this is the time for you to stand your ground. You guys are coming into, like I said before, something super powerful, and there is going to be somebody coming back with that Six of Cups that can help you walk your path with a little bit more confidence. It's like it's going to provide this massive soul healing for you. And again, that separation at childhood where you just don't understand what happened, you know, because you were probably too young to have it explained to you. So it was swept under the carpet. And now you're like, okay, well, and oh man, that's also what could happen here too. You're just so afraid of people being ripped out of your life again, that you could go way too far in relationships, romantic relationships, in like business relationships, overcompensating because you just feel like the rug is going to be ripped out from underneath you. And then you feel like this is your fault, what happened in your childhood, but the circumstances were beyond your control. Yikes. Wow. You guys have been through so much, Cancer. Whoa. Aw, you guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the broom, we'll just move on before I start crying because I am Irish. So the broom, what can take you further? The King of Pentacles, man, you guys. Okay, so it's time to focus on your own life and focus on maybe the things that are driving you forward. And maybe that's where this deep thought comes in. It's like, why am I acting like that? Like, what is my trigger? You know, because we don't really understand, not everybody anyway, until a little bit later in life. Like, why? Like, what is with that behavior? You know, why am I overcompensating? You know, why am I giving so much of myself to other people? This job that I hate, and that deep thinking coming in with the Nine of Swords, that really is your superpower right now. So you can figure yourself out. So you can sort of take the blame off yourself for things that happened in the past that you had no control of. And now when you're doing that, the King and Queen of Pentacles can come in. This is the self-made energy. This is the unstoppable force, the Queen and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, this is the power couple of tarot. Like, you guys are just about to turn the corner into just this massive lifestyle and massive understanding of yourself. Hold your ground. Hold your ground. You could really be tempted to go back to behaviors that you learned because you thought that the rug was going to be pulled out from underneath you. And you think that by changing your behavior or doing more for another person is going to prevent that from happening. But what happened when you were a kid, there was nothing that you could have done to change that. You didn't do anything wrong. Things are going to like laser focus. And that is why the Nine of Swords is your superpower. I'm spent, you guys. So let me know if that resonated. Because this is a video compilation, I really need you guys to comment what your sign is down below so that I know which video that you watched. If you watched more than one, leave me more than one comment. All right, guys. I love you so much. And this was like, wow. Okay, so wow. Take care. Okay, bye. How's it going, Leo? Robin here. Hey, guys. Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. So I am using a different deck and spread this month because it's Halloween, and Halloween is just absolutely huge where I live. So I wanted to use the Witch's Tarot and this spread called The Witch's Power to do your mid-month reading, so I hope you guys enjoy. This is for Leo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you guys are not connecting with your sun sign reading, I really want to suggest that you go ahead and check out your moon sign for this month, for this reading anyway. Since this is a compilation video, you can find all the timestamps for whatever sign that you want to watch in the description box. You just have to click on that timestamp and it'll take you right there. But I do hope that you enjoy your sun sign reading of Leo. And once again, thanks so much for being here. I definitely need you guys to comment what your sign is so that I know which reading that you're watching and what sign you are. So go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm shuffling the Witch's Tarot. We're going to kick off your reading. The first card is called the Witch Significator, and this is going to look at the special power that you guys are able to harness right now as a Leo. Okay, so I really hope you guys enjoy this reading. And I forgot to call you guys LMG, so let's get going here. So we do have the Justice card. So this is really interesting. Like, you're such a kind and giving zodiac sign. Okay, so you guys are able to look at things kind of from a third party, unbiased way. Okay, so you could be the mediator in your family. You could get right to the heart of the matter without getting too emotionally involved. So this is a really important, like, character to have within yourself. Just really being fair and kind and compassionate towards people. And this just really sums up the really brilliant big heart of Leo. Justice, just being able to be fair with other people. Not everybody has that, but there's something so special about Leo. So I love this card for you guys to start off with. I'm just going to put it down and we'll bring it back in later in the reading, but just to understand, like, how big and fair your heart is, and not to take sides when there's something going on, and still being, you know, able to hear people when you think that what they've done may be like an offense to your core values, but to sit back and listen to what makes other people tick. I mean, there's something so deep and beautiful about that. So I love that. The second card is going to look at something percolating in your life right now. So this is like something just coming in that you're not quite aware of, that is just about to manifest for you, something that you could have been working on for a while. So I'm really excited to see what this card is for you guys, because you have the highest potential in all 12 zodiac signs to reach financial wealth and abundance. Okay, you guys, I keep on seeing things so big for you financially and just in your life overall. So how close is that to coming in? And let's like really, like, what is this card gonna say? There's two here, so I'm gonna take these. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. Okay, I am a channel and I do get messages from my spirit guides. So the Nine of Wands, it's to stand and reflect on your entire life. That's what the card means. And the Knight of Wands, it's like moving powerfully forward. But the message that I'm getting with these two cards is because you guys are so fair and just with other people, your big break is coming in here. And you can stand on top of the power of who you are and the way that you have negotiated through your life. Like, this is so beautiful. Moving forward despite all odds, despite what other people have put you through, really not holding grudges. And if you have, it really burns off really quickly. And if you want to take note that these two cards are fire, okay? So fire is who you guys resonate with as an element of being a Leo. So I'm getting the overall message that your big break is just about to come in. And it's because you powered through every single situation with a level head and a level hand, okay? And just been really You've been wise counsel for so many other people. Your big break is just about to come in. You can just sort of stand where you are and wait for it to meet you halfway. The analogy that I'm getting is, you know, when you go in for like a kiss and you go in halfway and that person meets you, the other half, this is where you guys need to be right now, where you have done everything that you can, and now the universe is just about to meet you halfway for that universal kiss, okay? I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on pulling cards here. So the next card is called the Spell Book, and it's going to look at the plan, okay? So what is next for you, Leo, in your journal of what should be happening next for you? So let's see what the Witch's Tarot has to say about that. You guys always have such fascinating readings. The plan here is just to stay calm. You know, we do have the Queen of Cups here. Relax. You have done everything that you possibly can, okay? There is some sort of a beauty in the way that patient expectation pays off, okay? The self-assuredness with the Queen of Cups, knowing that everything that you have done is beyond reproach. You have held to the highest standards of being like such a good friend, such a good person, just leading with your heart, being so sensitive to other people. Sometimes you're a little bit too hard on yourself, and the Queen of Cups is really good at hiding that from other people. But in this card, she's so beautiful. She's taking a break. Like the universe is just telling you, you have done enough work right now, Leo. So you can just sit back with that grand expectation that everything you want is coming in. You're taking a break. You're very powerful. This Nine of Wands is not on bended knee. She is like, I have been through this sort of landscape of disharmony, and I have been taken advantage of by other people, but all my wands are standing up straight, and I'm fiercer and stronger and more powerful. And I understand that the universe is leaning in halfway to give me that kiss of passion that I so richly deserve, okay? So you can just relax, Leo. You don't have to always be grinding. You don't always have to be up and entertaining. You guys take too much on, okay? Really, at the heart of things. So we're going to have a look at the Black Cat card, which is going to show which forces are here assisting you right now. So I'm just being guided to pull this card here. And we have the Empress card. So this is the card of, and look at her. This is just bringing in opportunities. She's quite magical. The Empress merely has to flick her magic wand to create portals of opportunity. This is the significant card that she brings things in from one realm into another. So this is like it's resonating throughout your entire reading. You guys don't have to work any harder than you already have. You can just rest easy and take control of your emotions and take control of your actions and understand that you have created everything, and now you can relax, okay? Because it's coming in. The Empress card, she is saying the forces around you are the forces of nature, the forces of God, the forces of the universe, the forces of your deep magic that are creating your opportunities. And if you keep on going full out, you might miss them, okay? So really take time, which can be counterintuitive for a Leo because you guys really like to be on the go, okay? So the next card is actually called the Skull, and it is a message from your ancestors. So I do have the Angels and Ancestors card here, so I'm going to pull one of those. There's been some really interesting messages from this deck for all the signs, so let me pull this card here. Peacekeeping. That really just goes hand in hand with the Justice card. You guys are peacekeepers. You like to keep the peace in your family and your friends, and you might negotiate back and forth. Let go of the need to be right. And I don't really see where you're doing that at all. But you do have a very mystical sort of deep relationship with spirit and the animal kingdom. So just hold on for a second. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Okay, so you could really have somebody in your ancestry that has this type of appearance. They could have like a darker skin tone, and they could have that dark hair. They could be somebody that was considered to be sort of a little bit wilder, and they are walking beside you right now. And this is where you get infused with that energy of wanting to help mediate with other people. So all this work that you have done for other people, sometimes to your own detriment, is just about to pay off for you guys. So, you know, I just don't think that you guys are giving yourself enough time to receive, okay? You need the downtime. You need the relaxation. You need to understand how much hard work that you've done. You need to be able to give yourself time to accept the accolades of the universe, okay? So the last card I'm going to pull for you guys is the Broom and what can take you further. So this should be really interesting for you guys as well. I'm just going to do a deck cut here. You've got the King of Pentacles, okay? So understanding that whatever type of work that you have been doing in your life, and the position of moderator or peacekeeper, that's a heavy duty, you know? It's not, I'm not saying like a heavy duty battery, but it is quite, it's a load to take onto your shoulders because you're absorbing all these other people's energy to straighten it out for them. So you guys could feel extra drained sometimes and not recognizing how much work you have been doing because you're taking on negativity from other people and you're actually transmuting it into positivity. And this is the energy that the universe is responding to, where you're taking all things negative and you are processing them into all things positive. And this results in the King of Pentacles energy, which is the icon of LMG. This is the icon of Leo Millionaire Gang. That King of Pentacles, where you take everything and you create it into this massive wealth and abundance. So what is percolating in your life is LMG, Leo Millionaire Gang, for life, okay? So you guys remember how strong you've been for other people, and the universe is leaning in to bless you with it, okay? So really cool reading for you guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let me know when you strike your first $1 million, okay? So take care, guys. Bye. Hey, how's it going, Virgo? It's Robin here. I'm just getting ready to do your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading, and I am mixing it up for October. I'm using the Witch's Tarot deck along with a spread called the Witch's Power, okay? So I'm doing this because I'm such a huge fan of Halloween, so I'm kind of doing that kind of theme for all of my readings in October. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. This reading is going to be for Virgo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you guys are not connecting with your sun sign reading of Virgo, maybe just go into the description box and find your moon sign and navigate to that one instead, okay? So anyway, I do hope you enjoy this reading. This is going to be a super fun one. It's called The Witch's Power, and it's just really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to start pulling cards right away. I don't like to do big, long, huge intros. So anyway, guys, I'm going to start with the first card that is called the Witch Significator, okay? So it is going to highlight what your special power is that is available to you right now. And I just saw angel number 111. It's really important to recognize what angel numbers you see in your life, so that's why I call them out. Okay, so your special power, and I feel like it's that card there right now. It's just this huge, joyful, I'm getting the word extrusion, where you can sort of extract joy from everything, okay? I get such deep heart vibrations from doing Virgo readings. You guys are like, you're like the beating heart in any room, in any group of people. You can turn any situation into something that is going to be something that people will remember. You know, people, they might not remember everything else about a situation, but they remember how they feel. And this is what you guys can do for other people. And that is so powerful when you can just paint joy. You know, it's like you paint your life with joy. And that is so effusive and it affects everybody. You could be the reason that somebody smiled today. You know, it's such a beautiful power to have this. And just 10 of Cups is so happy and precious. And I love seeing that for you guys. Maybe you're not recognizing that in yourself enough. Maybe you don't even know that you're doing it, where people are just so at ease around you. You could find that animals are very, very attracted to you. You know, when you walk into a room and somebody's cat comes and sits in your lap and the owner is like, oh, she never does that. So you have this magnetic joy pulsing out into the universe. And to me, that is the most powerful thing of all. And it's the most beautiful thing of all. So really start to give yourself credit for that. I've done a lot of readings and my voice is getting all rusty. So let me just keep going. The next card is called the Cauldron. And this is something that is percolating in your life right now. Okay, so let's pull a card for that. Very interesting. We've got the Page of Cups here. So you have messages coming in from your inner child here. So maybe somebody dampened your spirit as a child. Like you could have this sort of rhetoric going on that you were a nuisance when you walked into a room, but children are so innately joyful. And no matter what else is going on within your life, you guys have retained this, possibly throughout any and all odds, okay? So you could have this overwhelming feeling of joy and love for yourself. The joy and love that you have been so freely and beautifully giving out to other people. So you guys should be really prepared to have maybe some sort of a deep emotional shift coming in. You can see with the page, the water is overwhelming. So you guys could really see how beautiful you are at every level. Like every cell, every molecule of you beats with the breath of love. And the universe is working through you. It's very possible that you guys are an earth angel and you have absolutely no idea how powerful you are. So the next card we're going to look at is called the Spell Book. And this is the plan, okay? The plan, that the action steps that you can take next. Oh boy. This is such a converse card to what I was just talking about, okay? So the plan, maybe you do need to be a little bit more, the word I'm getting is miserly or mindful with how you are spreading out all of your emotions. Why are we getting this message? I'm just going to ask my spirit guides, like, why are we getting this message for Virgo when they're doing so much for other people? Because they're saying that you're not doing enough for yourself. And this is where this is going to come in here with the Page of Cups. You guys could be, like, basically in the word I'm getting from one of my spirit guides is like kind of short sheeting yourself. Have you ever done that? Made your bed with the sheet sideways instead of lengthways, and you get in and your feet stick out and they're cold? It's like you're not giving yourself enough of your own love. So this is where this Page of Cups is coming in, okay? So maybe you need to really be a little bit more mindful of the energy that you're sharing with other people, okay? You want to think of your daily energy that you have to spend during the day as a little bit of a cash flow, okay? So if you were to take the amount of energy that you had to spend in a day and turn it into a monetary value, you might be a little bit more careful. You might budget it a little bit. You don't always have to flood the room. You are doing enough merely by walking into it. So don't feel that you have to comfort every single person. Maybe start recharging your batteries a little bit more. You know, even a Roomba needs to dock itself every now and recharge. I'm seeing where you guys are not doing that enough. You could be expending a little bit too much around the world. And you could have some sense of obligation that you need to be doing that. So you could be very comfortable, but your feet could be cold, just the same way as if you short sheeted your bed. So I'm seeing where you're kind of, oh, my leg's falling asleep. Hold on. Shortchanging yourself. You're leaving yourself broke at the end of the day. You could be finding that when you come home, all you want to do is recharge yourself. So leave yourself a little bit of something for yourself, and extend that love inwards as well as externally. Like, I'm not by any means getting the vibration that you guys need to stop spreading love out to the world, but maybe start with you first. You know, maybe do your morning affirmations before you have no energy left at the end of the day to meditate or do your yoga or whatever it is that you do. So really start spending the time and the money and the energy on yourself first, and then you'll actually have more to give to other people than if you just start spending on them first. Okay, so I hope that all made sense. The next card I'm going to pull is called the Black Cat, and this is going to, oh, one of my spirit guides just said you need to ask who particularly is here for you. Okay, this is very strange. I usually have my spirit guides around me here, but there's someone over to my right, and I don't usually get that. Like, when's the last time you asked your guides who they are? I haven't even pulled a card yet, and I'm getting the message here for you. When is the last time you seriously said, who is with me right now? You might have to pipe up and ask that question. Which angel is here? Which one of my ancestors is here? You know, just really ask that question. Okay. Very, very wow. Okay. Wow. So forces here assisting you is the Queen of Swords energy. Okay. And she protects everything about her. Wow. Okay. Who is it? You guys really stop right now. Maybe go on a pause and ask out loud in the room. I mean, if you're alone, if you're on a transit, I wouldn't recommend that because people will think you're a lunatic. She's got her back against everything. Okay. She's wholly protected. That's what I'm getting. Because I was getting the word holy, WHOLLY, like being entirely protected, but I'm seeing where you guys are HOLY, wholly protected. Like you have a very intense, very powerful angel around you and wants you to take better care and like cut people off that are draining you. You could have people that keep on coming back and keep on coming back, you know, and there's probably nothing else that you can do for them. So you could need to like basically cut people off a little bit more. It sounds ruthless, but they're taking too much away from you. Okay. So ask which angel is around you. They'll let you know. They will tell you. Okay. And it's like you guys could be holding them off a little bit because you could feel like a little bit of a weird vibration. And that's why I think this presence was so far away speaking to me, because that's how they feel to you. Okay, so please do that exercise. It doesn't have to be now, but it should be at some point. Who is here protecting me? Which archangel is around me right now? You guys might want to ask the name of your guardian angel because they want to come in a little bit closer and protect you more and help amp up your energy so that at the end of a work day or the end of whatever day that you're having, you don't just come home and you're like, oh, that was so much, you know, because they will lend you support too, especially if you guys feel like you're on a mission to be this type of person with the 10 of Cups, where you need to sort of exude this love out to other people. Like that angel could be your docking station. Like if you're the Roomba of love, the angel is your docking station. Well, that's weird. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Hold on for a second. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool that your angel was asking me to ask you to ask them. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck. This is going to be the card placement. It's called the Skull. And this is a message from your ancestors. Okay, so let me just give this a quick shuffle. This is really interesting. This says the Sage. Okay, and there's some writing on the card. Be devoted. I have to just pause and read the writing. I'm a little bit colorblind and I'm having problems with that. So just give me 2 seconds. So this is saying be devoted and committed, okay? And I just don't see a lack of that. What I do see is a lack of energy, okay? Where you guys are spending it all on everybody else. And this is why your angel is doing this circular reference of communication, because you need to be able to use them to amp that up. You guys are here. I'm seeing where this is kind of your mission to raise the vibration. And that is so important for where we are as a planet and as a human race right now, to move everybody up out of the 3D matrix. So you guys could actually be one of the 144,000 volunteers. If you guys are not watching my other channel, Oracle Rising, that is I was guided to start that channel to help people that are trying to exit the matrix and are on an ascension path and a spiritual path. You guys might really benefit from joining that community, because this is basically your mission, okay? And it could be exhausting you because you're not really calling in the guides that you need to be able to recharge you in order to keep on going on your 10 of Cups mission of love and light. Okay, so the last card I'm going to pull, and I'll use the Witch's Tarot, is the Broom card, and what can take you further. Okay, so let me just pull a card here for you guys. I got 2. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups, okay? So this is a really, really interesting combination. The 8 of Cups is really showing the energy of wanting to stay in a situation, but also feeling like you're done with it, okay? So this is really why you need your angel's support. And then you have the Knight of Coins, okay? So we do have the 4 of Coins here, where you're spending too much energy on other people and you might be afraid to ask for money, okay? So you can ask your angel for the energy to stay where you are and fulfill your mission, as well as asking them for money, because you guys might need a little bit more financial support, okay? So you could be feeling a little bit this way. You could need the money to actually move somewhere where there's a little bit more water, and water is very helpful to healers, and I definitely see where you guys are a healer, okay? So if you're having trouble with finances and you can't quite move to where you need to be, also remembering that you could really, really want to help people, but you don't have to be close to them, okay? Because you guys are probably an empath as well, and you could find the presence of people very draining, and you could get tired faster than anybody else in the room, and then you're kind of wondering what's wrong with yourself, okay? Maybe. This is why you're getting that 4 of Pentacles energy, because it's saying, you know, I have to give so much to other people, but you're not recharging yourself. Again, the angel and the Roomba thing, okay? So definitely ask for more money so that you can move to a place that is more soothing to you, so you can stay in the vibration that you need to be. And remember that your mission can be fulfilled wherever it is that you live. You don't necessarily have to be surrounded by people to be able to help them on your mission as a healer. So you've got a lot going on here, and you could actually be feeling that pressure, because imagine trying to hold up these 10 cups constantly. It's a juggling act, and it can get a little bit sore on your shoulders, but you do have your ancestral support. You do have that one, at least one particular angel waiting for you to call them in. So start asking, okay, so that you can recharge yourself. And if you need to move somewhere else, then do it. And then just find a different way of communicating with people. You might want to start your own YouTube channel or an Instagram page of love and light, so that you can share this message out while retaining that light within yourself at the highest level. Whew. Wow. Okay, so that's all I'm getting for you, Virgo, and I think that was quite a bit. I'm going to wrap up your reading and just sending you guys so much love and light on your path, okay? So take care. Bye. How's it going, Libra? Robin here. Guys, I'm doing your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading, and I am going to mix it up a little bit. I usually use the Starman tarot card deck to do that reading, but because it's Halloween and I'm a huge Halloween fan, I am going to use this spread called the Witch's Power, and I have been guided to use the Witch's tarot card deck. So this is actually a really interesting reading. You guys are my 8th reading. You always are. So anyway, this is going to be for Libra in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And just to let you guys know, if your sun sign isn't resonating, go back to the timestamp in the description box and find your moon sign, because sometimes you just need a message from your moon sign, okay? So I hope you guys really enjoy the video. Because this is a compilation video, I need you guys to comment your sign down below so that I know which video that you watched. And I hope this resonates for you, and I hope you find it really interesting. All right, so let's just get going into your reading, Libra. You know I don't like to do great big long intros. That's not what you came here for. So the spread starts off with, and it's called the Witch's Power. The first card is called the Witch Significator. So this is going to highlight a special power that is going to be available to you, or one that you're just not aware of and not tapping into as deeply as you could. So let's have a card here from the Witch's Tarot. I feel like I need to take the top one. I mean, if you're going to get a card about your power, then this is the one. Okay, so this is the Three of Pentacles. I just started somehow calling this card the Three of Alchemy. I'm just going to write down that, because this shows how you can take your words and turn them into whatever it is that you want. You can see the Three of Pentacles, and it's actually sort of, I'm getting the word sort of enshrined. So I'm getting this sense from my spirit guides that you might think that things are coincidences. Oh, yeah, well, that happened. Oh, I was just thinking about that and it happened. So it's probably time for you guys to put 2 and 2 together and understand that things are not coincidences in your life, and you actually have the power to be able to do that. You can see that this person is writing down everything, and this is something that I find is hugely key for manifesting, to write down the things that you are trying to create in your life. And you guys, you don't even really have to try that hard seeing this card here, and that it's your special power. So I read recently that writing down your affirmations or your manifestations in pencil was way more powerful than using ink. So whatever you want to do, the key factor is for you guys to believe in it, and not just sort of brush things off and say, oh, what a coincidence. So stop saying that to yourself, because it's not a coincidence. You guys actually manifested something into your life, and it's time to start really paying attention to that. So the next card is called the Cauldron, and this is it's referring to something percolating up in your life. Okay, so something is really just right beneath the surface. I just want to take a second to tell you guys that and it's relevant. Like, I used to have a really bad stutter when I was a kid, and sometimes it does come up when I'm talking. Okay, so I feel like that's happening a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep on talking, and I just really, anyway, sometimes I feel like a little bit self-conscious about it, but I can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to keep on going. Okay. I actually feel like I'm going to cry. I don't know why, but anyway, something percolating in your life right now. Okay. So the end of hermit mode is upon you. So, I mean, look before you take that next leap, you guys. I see that there could be an invitation coming in for you that is not the right one. Okay. So pay very close attention to who wants to open the door on your solitude. The Hermit really goes inside and discovers themselves and takes time away and just really works on their own magic, the magic of their alchemy. There could be a disturbance here, you guys, somebody coming in. I'm hearing the words out of the rain or out of the dark or out of the blue. So it could be somebody unexpectedly expected. Okay, so you guys are very powerful in manifesting people as well. So if you are trying to manifest a particular person, really go into every single quality. Okay, if you feel like you've been alone and you want a friend or a romantic partner, like, don't just go into physical attributes. Like, are they reliable? Are they trustworthy? Are they transparent? Are they compassionate? Like, really start listing everything, not, oh, it would be nice if they had money. I'd like them to have this color hair. Like, really go into characteristics as well. Because you could just manifest somebody that is a little bit hollow or shallow. Okay, so be careful who knocks on your door and get to know them really well before you disclose anything about yourself. Just be really careful about that. And that's great advice overall, when people are coming into your life, just really get to know them. It takes a long time to really get to know somebody well, so be careful, because go back to your list of who you're manifesting and check out everything. Is this enough? Is this person deep enough? Go into the qualities you could see yourself walking beside somebody for the rest of your life, okay? So we're going to look at the spell book, which is the plan, okay? So this card is the Seven of Cups. So this is kind of what I was saying before, okay? So the Seven of Cups is saying that you could be casting too much out there, casting your spells, speaking your affirmations, and they could be a little bit too poorly defined. So if you are writing everything down, instead of just making a little bit of a dash and saying, okay, romantic partner, dedicate a whole page to it, okay? Because this is coming in. There's too much. It's not pulled together. I'm getting the weird word coagulated. Gross. It's just not gelled enough. It's too there's a lack of specificity to the universe. So the Seven of Cups is very scattered, okay? Really start to hone in. Be like, I want to have this much money by this date, and this is what I'm going to do with it. I would like a romantic partner that has quality. I would like a car that, yada, 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 yada. Just do yourself a favor and take 5 minutes so that you're like doing a really solid, focused manifestation projection here. Here's the wizard, and calling it all in, but you want it all to have depth, okay? So you guys are really powerful right now. So really take advantage of that, but take your time as well. So the Black Cat, this card is going to look at forces here assisting you. And you guys are obviously going to have, okay. So you've got the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So this is the jackpot card. There is a great big floof of a companion animal in here. So if you guys have a companion animal, you really want to pay attention to them, and just give them the credit that they deserve for sharing your life, because they're like, to me, they're unsung heroes. They really are. They're so deep and loving. Your unseen forces, you just might not be paying attention to people that are supporting you, okay? Because you have this Hermit card here. You could have just sort of gone off on your own. Maybe you're the black sheep of the family, and that's okay. Those are the people that are, I find, to be a little bit more spiritually deep. So there could be people in your family that just don't match you on like energetic level to energetic level, but they still love you, you know, and they still want to support you. The conversations just might not be as deep as you want them to be. And you could be into things that are metaphysical that are just mind-blowing for them. So they glaze over and they're bored and they think you're weird. Okay. So, but they're still all here. And you do have this power of manifestation around you right now. So this is going to be the perfect time for you guys to take advantage of that, you know. The next card is actually called the Skull, and it's going to be a message from your ancestors. So I'm going to pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck. All right. So I hope the reading is making sense. You guys can let me know down below in the comments which one was your favorite card as I just shuffle this out here. And let's see who we have here. Yeah, hello. What have I been talking about? Your magic, your power, your manifestation. So we have the Magic Guardian, okay? Unlock the magic within. So this could be a really invasive thing. People that don't get you on your level, when you talk about manifestations, when you talk about how powerful you are, and everybody's like, well, you know, they want to give you a pat on the head or whatnot. There is somebody in your family. There is somebody here, an ancestor that had the same power as you. So you kind of want to look at somebody. I'm seeing that this person they're not an ancestor, which means that they're still, you know, they're still full of life. They're still breathing. There could be somebody in your family that is a little bit outside. Maybe they don't really attend a lot of family functions. I see that as the person that you really need to connect to, because you guys have that same vibration. You really understand the power of your alchemy right now. So this is the Magic Guardian, and this could be a person that you could really connect with, that could take you a little bit higher because they believe in you. And instead of sort of like changing the subject with like an uncomfortable laugh, you know, they'll actually go deeper and show you what they do. And then you guys could work together. And when you go into this sort of wizard magician mode, actually, I see that this person is being represented here. They could dress a little bit weird according to the rest of your family. You could have a really good connection with them. And if they don't live in the same city as you, you know, there's tons of different ways that you can like talk to them, FaceTime or whatever. Too many cards. So the next card is called the Broom, and what in your life can take you further, or what in your life is coming in that can take you further. Let me do a deck cut here. Okay, this is actually, this is a very challenging card for you guys, but I listen to a lot of affirmations in the morning, and I listen to a lot of Steve Nobel. And you've got the Three of Hearts here. The Three of Swords, okay? So it is a pain in your heart. So there's this line in one of these manifestations that I listen to, and it says, I accept the lesson that my pain is offering me. Okay, so if you are ever in a situation where you feel like the outsider in your family, or the outcast, or you're not understood, and you just keep on trying to fit into the mold of your family, I mean, you belong with them, but not to the depth that you might want to. So there is this Magic Guardian available to you. And for some of them, they could be an ancestor at this point. So you maybe would just want to do a meditation or something like that. But for most of you, I do believe that this person is still alive and still kicking. And maybe they're talked about by your family, kind of in a similar way that you're being received right now. So it's time to reach out to that person, because they've been through that same sort of pain, and they can help heal you so that you can move forward in a really deep and meaningful way, like really being able to profoundly manifest the life of your dreams. Okay, so this person could possibly be also very affluent, and people are like, oh, it's weird, auntie or uncle so-and-so, this person is your person, okay? So you might want to connect with them. So anyway, Libra, I'm going to wrap it up. So guys, take care of yourselves. Okay, bye. Scorpio, cue the music. I've got scorpions in my head right now, guys. Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. If you guys have never heard the scorpions, do me a favor after the reading and go ahead and listen to Rock You Like a Hurricane, because I hear that every single time I do one of your readings. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for joining me. The mid-month, I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot and the Witch's Power tarot card spread. I'm replacing the Starman spread that I usually do for mid-month because Halloween is coming up shortly. I'm a huge fan of Halloween, so I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I hope you guys enjoy. Something to be aware of, like sometimes your sun sign reading does not resonate for you. So if you're aware of your moon sign, you might just want to go back into the description and click on the timestamp for your moon sign and just zip on over there. But either way, let me know in the comments which reading that you ended up watching, and definitely let me know what your sign is, because they started doing these compilation videos. So people comment and I have absolutely no idea what their sign is, and that actually means a lot to me, obviously, as a tarot card reader. So Scorpio, let's start digging into your Witch's Power spread here. And the first card is called the Witch Significator. So this is actually going to put a spotlight on what power is available to you right now that is like really growing in strength. Okay, so let me just pull a card here for you guys, and I feel like that's the one there. There's actually two. So we've got the Queen of Fire. Nice. So you guys know the difference between taking a break with the Queen of Wands and starting over again. Okay, there's this phrase and it goes like, don't quit, take a break. I know that's really intense and deep and profound, but that's the one that resonates here. So you guys are able to tell the difference. You can see the Queen of Wands sitting back and observing everything and sort of analyzing, you know, is this worth my attention anymore? And if she decides that, well, I'm not receiving an equal amount of effort from the other person, or that I feel like I could serve myself better by being in a different environment, the Fool comes in and you just take off and do something else that is going to be more beneficial to you. Not everybody knows how to do this. Like, we're conditioned to either be quitters, we're conditioned to either like, don't give up, keep going, even if it's a detriment to people. Okay, so understanding what serves you and what benefits you, to me, it's a huge superpower. You can see, like, specifically people that are stuck in romantic relationships. I'm just going to shift my position here a little bit more. You know, they keep on going even though they're getting warning signs, you know. Our intuition tells us immediately about red flags when we meet people, but some people just ignore them because they're so hot, you know. So you guys have gained enough wisdom. You've been through quite a bit with a significant other lately. Many of you have left that significant other. So now you're taking your time a little bit, and you're not going to work as hard trying to convince yourself or other people of your worth in that situation. So that is brilliant, you know, knowing when to say when. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Okay, so the next card placement is called the Cauldron. I love this. Is such a super cute tarot card spread. And this is something percolating in your life right now. So something sort of working away in the background, like happily bubbling up while you're minding your business, assessing people, assessing situations. Is this worth my time? I don't think so. I'm going to bounce, you know, or, okay, I'm going to give it another go and, you know, just... I feel like I'm not ready to quit, or I think it's worth my time, or whatever. So there's something coming in while you're busy being your fine self. Okay, so we do have the Five of Swords here. So this is really interesting. This has got such a Silence of the Lambs vibe to it. Okay, so this is a really complex energy for you guys. And I'm getting like images of like other Five of Swords cards, where somebody comes out of a battle and they're victorious, but there's sort of a fray of people in the background sort of moaning and clutching wounds and stuff like that. So you have to be really careful. It's like there's somebody that is, I want to say, wounded in the heart from your past coming back in, okay? So you have to be careful about this. And it's a really good thing that we talked about your special power right now, because you're going to know, does that person deserve your time anymore? This person that I've seen sort of manipulating you in the past, they're a bit of a narcissist. You know, they're, what is that word? A gaslighter. So they could be trying to really work that angle from you where, oh, well, that really hurt my feelings when you did this, but just use the Queen of Wands energy and see them coming in when they pop up on your feed. Oh, hey girl, you know, how are you? Oh, I miss you. Just really be careful of that, because you already understand what deserves more of your time and what doesn't. And because this is the Five of Swords energy, I really think that this, like what I'm seeing here for you, is it's not worth your time, but that's going to be up to you. But you can sit back and sort of observe it as a third party without getting too emotionally attached in the beginning anyway. So let's see what the plan is for you. And this card placement is called the Spell Book, okay? Let's take this one, and there's two. Okay, so here's the plan, okay? You guys have to really just continue working on your own happiness. You've got the Ten of Wands. Some really wrung out, exhausting journey that you guys have been on is almost over. You can see the castle in the background with the Ten of Wands. You can also see this joyful, happy people, these joyful, happy people underneath the Ten of Cups in the form of a rainbow. There's another generation here. Like, you guys really need to be focusing on yourself. And you have pulled two tens here. So this is an angel number 1010. The plan is to finish your own journey and probably not let this person back in, because they've got this mindset that they're in it to win it, you know? And I'm seeing where it's more important to them that they come out on top of whatever fallout that you guys had than actually reconciling with you. So they could actually be coming in to engage in battle with you again. So be very careful with this person, especially if you recently just had a blowout with a best friend who showed themselves not to be a best friend. If you dissolved a business partnership, if you got separated or divorced or ended a romantic affair, you got to watch out for that person, because they already showed their true colors in the past. And now they're probably going to dress it all up, you know, and come back in and, oh, you know, and make you feel bad, even though I see them being the sort of emotional perpetrator in the scenario. So Force is here to support you right now, Scorpio, with the Black Cat card. You have the Knight of Pentacles, so you are being moved forward by your own ability to manifest whatever it is that you want here. There's action for you guys to be taken in your material world. Just like a lot of things coming in that are going to be resonating with happiness and joy for you. Force is assisting you. This seems a little bit vague to me. I just need to cough. Hold on. Okay, so I actually got the advice that this could be an earth sign coming in to help you. So check your friendships and your connections for an earth sign. That's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. They could be very well off, and they could be very focused on how to proceed forward to their best advantage and really help you out of this sticky situation, revisiting you, probably not for the first time. But it seems like you guys have finally learned a life lesson that you deserve better than that. So this earth sign could really be helpful in that. So the next card I'm going to look at is called the Skull, and this is a message from your ancestors, okay? So I'm going to use the Angels and Ancestors cards. I'm just stumbling over my words, you guys. I'm really sorry, okay? So anyway, sometimes it's a long story. So, broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. You know, this is basically everything that we've been seeing in your reading, where there's been a lot of turmoil in your life and you've been accepting it because you want that good friendship, or you want the good relationship. You want to be a good employee or employer, but it's not doing you any good. Like, it's stretching your own resources too thin. And this is where this earth sign could come in and really help you, because they're super practical about things. You know, you guys are a water sign, so you're very balanced, but you're also very emotional. And people coming in can really whip you up, especially if you guys have been involved with an air sign, okay, which is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. They could have really manipulated you. No slam against air signs, okay? But there is an underside to every zodiac sign. If you're really interested in your own astrology, it's really important to check out what are the beneficial sides of my sign, and what is the negative side, so that when you look at people coming in, you can see those tendencies as well. But anyway, going back to this card here, Broken Arrow, which is a fantastic movie as well. Embracing the energy of peace, which is what the Queen of Wands and the Fool card were telling you right at the beginning. Is it worth your effort? Should you jet? You know? What is going to keep the ultimate peace in your heart and soul, mind and body? This has got to be the most important thing. Even if somebody comes back in moaning about their feelings, and meanwhile they were the ones stirring the pot the entire time, whipping you up into a frenzy, making you this emotional mess so that they could feed off of it because they're an energy vampire. Flag on the play. Out. This person is done. Be careful who's coming back. Okay, so the Broom. What can take you further in your life, Scorpio? Okay, I'm going to pull a card here. All right, like really just focusing on you, okay? So you guys, this is not a self-centered approach, because I see where you have been putting somebody ahead of you time and time and time again. But meanwhile, they just needed a fan club. It might have felt good some of the time, but it was probably 80% of the time that it was just uncomfortable or irrational, irritating, just way too complicated. So focusing on you and manifesting your most important life. And again, there's an earth sign being represented here. This could also be, if you guys are recently single, somebody that is coming in that is more sensible for you guys, that could really make a good match, and they could actually have quite a bit of money. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody with lots of money as long as they're not arrogant about it. So you definitely have a strong tone of an earth sign coming in that is super compatible. They could be a really good friend for you. It could be a romantic interest for some of you. They've got a lot of great advice, and they could actually really balance you off with this person that is coming in and give you really solid advice. And you guys, I have seen where there's Sagittarius that is very supportive of you guys. And she's sort of represented in the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire here. So you're really supported by people that want to take care of you. So don't let this meddler come back in and mess things up with this Five of Swords. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed. I will be posting I guess it'll be your bonus reading. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But anyway, I do your weekly readings, and I'm going to be posting them every Saturday. So watch out for that. Make sure you subscribe and tap the notification bell. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye. How's it going, Sag? It's Robin here. Welcome to Aries Fire Tarot, guys. It is time for 2021 October mid-month tarot card readings. So I'm mixing it up. I'm not using the Starman deck this time. I'm using the Witch's Tarot, just because it's like Halloween month and I get really excited about Halloween. So I found this spread called the Witch's Power that seems really cool. So I'm going to use this combo for your mid-month reading, and I am going to pull in the Angels and Ancestors deck to answer one of the questions here. So I hope you guys enjoy. You know, if you're not clicking with your sun sign reading of Sagittarius right away, go back into the description box and find your moon sign reading and just click on the timestamp and navigate to that one. But whatever reading you end up watching, make sure you let me know in the comments which one that you viewed, okay? So I know, just so I know you're there, okay? So remember to say hi and tell me your sign, and then definitely subscribe and all that good stuff. So I'm going to jump right into the reading before I babble away, because I'm a fire sign and I like to endlessly talk. So Sagittarius, the first card we're going to look at for you is, it's called the Witch Significator, and this is going to talk about your special power. And because it's a tarot card reading, this is something that you're probably not aware of, okay? So this is going to be a really good reminder or an indicator of how powerful you are in some aspect of your life, all right? So let me pull a card here. This is very interesting. If you guys have been watching consistently, I've seen you guys really tied in your paths to Scorpio. And I pulled this card for Scorpio in their reading that I just did. So you guys are, again, really tied closely together, okay? So, wow, okay, I'm getting a tunnel open up. This happens to me sometimes when I do readings. Most of the time I hear my spirit guides in my head, like they're pushing messages to me. But sometimes they actually, and it's kind of like watching a movie unfold. So I'm seeing that come open, okay? So definitely the Queen of Wands, she is representing you, okay? Oh, man. I need to pull another card to bring that in a little bit more. You have the Knight of Wands. It's like you guys have this inkling of how strong you are. And it's just coming up for you. You can see the sun rising way off in the background of the Knight of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands is very relaxed, but there's also this ability to move forward when you need to. This is very vague for me right now, okay? So I'm going to put these two cards down. We'll move on to the next card placement because it'll start to make sense as I flow into the reading a little bit more. But you guys are kind of like the rising sun in your own life. And I don't think you're aware of that. It could be like you're looking to other people. I know I always said I was going to put the cards down, but as soon as I said that, I just started to get this stream of information. It's like you could be looking to other people for inspiration or for guidance. But meanwhile, you don't need to be doing that because you're so powerful on your own. Like I'm seeing this sense of deferring to other people's opinion, or, you know, asking people's advice about what to do next. But maybe it's time to start questioning why you're doing that. Okay, so now I'm really going to put those down, okay? I find that really interesting because it's kind of like you want somebody else to confirm that what you're doing is the right thing, but nobody knows what's better for you than you, okay? So I feel like you're kind of detracting from your own ability to navigate your own life by getting other people's feedback, because not everybody wants you to shine as bright or brighter than them. There could be a jealousy factor coming in when you talk about what it is that you want to do next, or talk about your feelings, you know? So let's have a look at the cauldron. which is going to ask you what is percolating in your life right now. And that should help really define out those first two cards about your power. But I feel like you guys are diluting your power by asking somebody else's opinion or letting somebody else go first, okay? And that's not what fire signs are here to do. Not at all, okay? I'm a fire sign too, you guys. So, I saw this meme a while ago, and it said simply, hustle in silence, okay? So you guys might want to start doing that a little bit more. Like, does that make sense? Do you guys know what that means? Like, to hustle in silence? You don't have to tell other people what you're doing. You don't need to request other people's feedback on your life plan. Maybe to get one particular task done, but, you know, if somebody has an expertise that you need help in, but like getting somebody's feedback to solidify what you already know in your heart is absolutely unnecessary. So something percolating in your life right now. Okay, so this could have something to do with the feedback that you received as a child. Okay, so really connect this together. Okay, your behavior or your pattern of you're basically asking someone else permission to proceed in your life. Did this come from some sort of really strict upbringing where you weren't allowed to express yourself? Did you go to, maybe some of you, I'm getting the feeling that you could have gone to a boarding school or a military school, or you're in this really strict environment where somebody else has been dictating, especially in your childhood, every single move that you ever made, you know, and telling you to pipe down, keep quiet, don't talk. It kind of put this little bit of insecurity in you. So this constant need for feedback from other people could have stemmed way back here with the Page of Cups. And this could be coming into your awareness. Say, oh, okay, well, I'm doing this now in my adult life because that's what I had to do as a child. Like, I had to adhere to somebody else's curfew, or, you know, I had to get up at a certain time. So you still kind of have that asking for permission thing going on in your life, and you don't need this anymore. You're an adult, you're grown. And if you're in an environment where somebody else is still trying to dictate what you're doing, or you feel like you're still kind of asking somebody else for their permission or their approval of what it is that you want to do next, really look back into your childhood where that all started from. Okay, so this is going to really increase your ability to approve of yourself. And once you have that, there is no stopping you, Sagittarius. So let's have a look at the next card. It's actually called the Spell Book, and this is going to give you an idea of the plan, like what you can do next for yourself, okay? So this should really be helpful. So here's the plan. And it is the Nine of Swords. So this is to stop worrying so much what other people think. 9 swords, so heavy, so overcome with stress and worry about what other people think, to the point where it's debilitating for you. I actually saw the 5 of Swords in the Scorpio reading. So you guys could really be struggling with the same environment, okay, where other people are coming in and touching your reality with their negative thoughts, okay? You could be getting constantly shot down with your ideas at work, or, you know, what you want to do in your own home. You could have a spouse that negates you constantly, or a friend that is so jealous of you that they want to say something like, well, I just don't think that's a very good idea. But meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and do it themselves. Okay. So again, you got to hustle in silence, and don't worry so much about what other people think about you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you have this life to live. Okay. 9 of Swords. Stop worrying. Stop giving people power over top of you. Stop asking permission to live your own life. So the next card we're going to look at is there are forces here assisting you. This card placement is called the Black Cat, okay? So let's see what's going on with that. Forces here assisting you. There's always someone or something, some entity or energy around you helping you. So let's have a card to see if we can bring that person into your reality. Okay, so this is really interesting here. We do have the Strength card. So you could have another very powerful fire sign in the essence of Leo. Somebody could be in your family, your friend group. This is also an unstoppable fire. You guys might want to start really looking at fire signs to pair up with, because they don't mind really sharing the spotlight, and they'll do everything to help amplify you. They could be somebody that is a member of your soul contract going back into infinity. So you feel really, really, really comfortable around them with the Strength card. You guys, you wouldn't even really have to exchange words. There's a real readership of energy available to you with the Strength. So you got to find people that leave you feeling uplifted instead of feeling drained. Okay, so if there is somebody where you find that your energy is off, or you just wasted your breath, or you feel like they've shot you down, why are you confiding in that person anymore? You know, you got to look to the people that make you feel like you're energized and charged and that they believe in you, okay? So let me pull from the Angels and Ancestors deck, the Skull, which is a message from your ancestors, okay? I'll just pull a card here quickly. So I hope that's all making sense for you. You know, you can tell somebody's energy right away. And some of us get so used to that pattern, and that's where this Page of Cups comes in, okay? Because you're stuck in that pattern of seeking somebody else's approval. So you need to start seeking people that support you, whatever it is that you do, you know? So let's have that message here. So this card says autumn. I think this is the perfect card for the season. Release the old. Release the old. It's got another word here that I can't read because the font is really small. Hold on. Hold on. Release the old and reset. That's what this card says. So you have somebody in your ancestral group on the other side of the veil. They're recognizing this pattern within you. You might even see this if you have siblings in your family. They could have the same sort of approval seeking type of behavior. You could even be a little bit like, why are you doing that? But meanwhile, you have the same pattern within yourself. So if you're looking at somebody else as like, why are you asking for approval to run your life, and you're getting annoyed at it, that's a trigger point for you guys to recognize where you need to heal. So there is somebody in your ancestral group that's saying you need to reset that. Okay, so and you could be seeing ravens as well, you guys, as an indicator that this person is coming in to help to deliver a message to you. So release the old pattern. This is this Page of Cups where you were really ingrained in a behavior of asking for permission to run your own life, okay? This can carry on for years and years and years and years until you actually recognize it and you're able to snip and cut the cords. So the last card I'm going to pull for you guys is the Broom, and what can take you further in your life, okay? So I'll just do a quick shuffle and I'll just show you guys the card here. This is such a powerful energy, okay? So this is the Queen of Pentacles. She sets her goals and she works towards them tirelessly and endlessly, okay? So this is what you guys need to do for yourself. Again, hustling in silence, staying focused on your own goals, understanding that the ideas and impulses that you are receiving are messages from the universe, and these are given to you because you have every ability to achieve them. So why dilute everything down by asking somebody else's opinion? It's just getting in the way. So you guys are being really reminded to understand how strong and powerful you are, Sagittarius. And again, you could be aligned with somebody that is a Scorpio placement, and again, a Leo placement. So really look to your allies. And the next time you want to go ask somebody permission or ask somebody's opinion on what it is that you want to do next, ask why you're doing that, okay? Really look deep within yourselves. All right, I'm gonna go. Take care. Bye. How's it going, Capricorn? Robin here. Welcome to your October 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. Guys, this is my channel, Aries Fire Tarot, just in case you didn't catch that in the video. So anyway, I'm doing mid-month readings. I usually use the Starman tarot card spread, but I am doing sort of a Halloween theme month on all of my readings, including the daily readings. So I'm using the Witch's Tarot deck, which is an amazing deck, and I have the Witch's Power tarot card spread here for you. I really hope you enjoy this reading. I'm being guided to just pull this card out for your first card placement. If your Capricorn sun sign reading isn't resonating right away, please go ahead and go back into the description box. Just find your moon sign and go ahead and watch that, okay? This is going to be a general reading for Capricorn in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And it's really important to me that you guys drop your zodiac sign down below in the comments, because I just started doing compilation videos. So I need to understand which video that you're watching and whether it resonated. So I am going to jump right into your reading here, Capricorn. I don't like to do big, long intros. So, the Witch's Power spread starts with this card called the Witch Significator, and this is going to look at your special power that's available to you. Okay, so let me just grab that card that came out of the deck earlier. I haven't looked at it yet, so we'll look at it together. Wow. Okay, so you've got the Six of Wands, and this is feeling, I'm going to write this down. Feeling like a winner constantly, okay? So I want to explain what that means a little bit more. There's no such thing as a failure, okay? Just having the ability to go, man, I really smashed that out. Even if you didn't win the race, or, you know, just always have this I'm a winning attitude. So this is the Six of Wands, and this just speaks of somebody that has that powerful energy around themselves, not feeling like, oh, I'm really messed that up, okay? You're going to make mistakes, but instead of looking at things like a failure, it was a learning lesson. Oh, I really learned a lot from that relationship or that situation. So this could be something that you really want to pay attention to, like looking at the lessons that were available in something, even if you didn't come out on top, and saying, I really did my best. Or, you know, if you just went out on a couple dates with somebody and they ghosted you, it's like, what did I really like about that person? Instead of internalizing it, like, you can't be responsible for somebody else's actions, you know, so stop taking it that way. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, you're given life experiences, and it's up to you to interpret them, whether they were successful or not. So basically, your superpower is looking at everything as if it's a success, and your life should change exponentially once you start like embodying that emotion or that mindset. So we're going to look at the next card, which is called the Cauldron. And this says something percolating in your life right now. So something bubbling up to the top of your life for you. So this should be really cool. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is going to be the result of the victory mindset, okay? Which is the jackpot card. Everything's great, you know? Everything's great. Everything is bountiful. Everything is beautiful. I'm expansive and multidimensional and wealthy and abundant. If you have this mindset that, oh, I'm a failure, you know, you just keep on getting experiences that resonate with that mindset. So once you turn the mindset to say, wow, I was amazing at that. I showed up and I did the best I could. You know, I was hilarious. I told a good story. I really helped out on that project, even if I didn't get recognized for it. once you change your mindset to this, your special power, the universe responds to that, okay? So this is what is bubbling just underneath the surface. So when you start to feel that way, and I know people have really negative self-talk, I'm such a loser. Like when you stop saying things like that to yourself, you can just be more aware and say, no, wait a second. I'm going to change the way I talk to myself, okay? Because your self-talk is your conversation with the universe. So be very attentive to that. And then you should see your experiences change immediately. Okay, so we're going to look at the plan here, which is called the spell book, okay? So let me just shuffle here. I think I need to take a sip of water. I've been reading for quite some time. You guys are my last reading that I do. So let me just take a sip of water. I'm just going to hold the deck here. Just one sec. I'll be back. Okay, so what's the plan? Yes. Life is an adventure. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is here to serve me. The Fool card, like everything is a brand new adventure. This is an amazing mindset to have. Like every morning, you know, every morning is a brand new day to start over. Strike out and do your best. And just this really joyful, like a je ne sais quoi type of energy, just really bouncing and everything's cool. So this should be your plan, you know, saying things in the morning to yourself throughout the day. I'm really enjoying this experience, you know, or just really giving yourself like little coaching moments as you move through your life, because nobody else is going to support you the way that you will. And really be careful on that negative self-talk, you guys. Okay, so the forces here assisting you, this card placement is called the Black Cat. Okay, so let me pull a card here for you. Just one second. Here it is. So this is the King of Pentacles. This is also an earth sign card. So this is you guys, and understanding that you guys are the universe in human form, here to experience life. And you can create your experiences any way that you want to. So you're actually being supported by the entire universe because you are the universe. Okay, so that is basically a really deep subject. So you might want to look into that a little bit more deeply after the reading. The King of Pentacles, he is self-made. He creates every experience that he has in his life. So once you start this being victorious, even if it's a crappy situation, even if it like hurt your feelings, you know, you have to look for the silver lining in everything, okay? And that starts to bring in this 10 of Pentacles, which is the jackpot. And then everything feels like an adventure, okay? So it really is mind over matter. Your mind creating things. The King of Pentacles is a reminder that the entire universe is supporting you right now in whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. Okay, so you are the universe. There's a book that might really benefit you guys. It's called 3 Magic Words. Okay, so it can really help you understand who you are in relation to the universe. Okay, I don't want to go into that too much, but I think there's a free PDF, or it could even be like an audio book on YouTube. So maybe check that out. Oh, the next card we're going to look at is a message from your ancestor. And the card placement is called the Skull. So I'm actually going to take a card from the Angels and Ancestors deck here for you. I'm losing my voice. I've just done so many readings, but I love tarot card readings, you guys. So I really hope that you enjoy and appreciate. Anyway, the High Priest, okay? This says intend and create. This is everything. Your whole ancestry is supporting you right now to come to this realization that everything is as you say it will be. When you intend something, that is going to happen. Okay, so when people wake up and they think, oh, I'm just going to have such a crappy day today, they will. Okay, so your intention is creation. And with the King of Pentacles card, you have all of creation supporting you. You guys are so much more than you think you are. You know, your words and your thoughts and your intention. Your ancestors are coming to you through this reading right now. Like, set your intention. This is what I want for myself today. And it's going to happen, okay? So really start taking that extremely seriously. Especially if you've had like somebody in your family, either, you know, they're alive or they're on the other side of the veil. Somebody that you would think to be as having a very successful or blessed life. They thought their way into it, and so can you guys, okay? So the Broom is the next card. What can take you further on your path, okay? So you do have the Queen of Wands here. She is a very unstoppable energy. She does a lot for other people, okay? So the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Fire, like, this is a reminder for you guys to also be of service to other people, because the universe rewards service. Oprah Winfrey does this video on that exact subject, so you might want to check that out. So I've given you a little bit of homework in your video, Capricorn. You know, maybe just Google search or YouTube search Oprah Winfrey talking about service, being of service to others. Get that book, 3 Magic Words, because it's going to give you a really deep reminder of who you are in relationship to the universe, because you are the universe. But this is also a reminder to take time for yourself as well. You can see that this particular Queen of Wands is very comfortable and relaxed, but she jumps into action when it's called for. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, you guys. I really hope this was helpful. Again, remember to comment your sign down below, and I'll see you guys back here. I post daily tarot card readings every day, and I post the weekly readings every Saturday. So I'll see you guys back here another time. Bye for now. Bye.